Oh, I hear that my thing disconnects like that. Anyway, we here. Oh my gosh. I'm a bro. I ain't do nothing to my hair today, but we here. We're here. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's been so long. It's been like 4 days. Last time I streamed was in 4 days. God dang, that's long. But oh my god. Thank you for the 40 bits. I think it's bits. I'm not sure what that is to be honest. Thank you. Oh, it's a greeting. Thanks for greeting 40, whatever the hell that is. What is like? What does it show up on the screen? It's a screen thing with me. But anyway, thank you so much for the prime. By the way, oh my god, let's get his way. Let's get his way. But like, I'm be honest. I'll be honest with y'all. I'll be honest with y'all, right? Yeah. Um. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. This is gonna be a chill stream today because I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not fully back. I'm still recovering. I'm not 100% back yet. I'm not 100% back yet. Like, I did some things like 2 days ago. Lord the bottle. You heard me. But then I got like, bro, I got like so sick. I got so sick. I don't know why, but I mean, it usually happens. I haven't had none of that in like a minute, minute. And me coming back out of nowhere, it makes sense. It makes sense. That's something that will happen. But we here today. We here today. So today, I just want to do some reactions. Be honest. Period. My own period. You feel me? Okay. I'm not acting like I'm not acting like I never did that before. But we here. It's about that time. We got like some reactions to get through. Y'all know 2 hour stream reactions, and on the first, it's not locked in yet. But on the first, I may start the Horizon stream. First of the month, we may start that Horizon stream. We don't stop until the end. Hopefully, I could beat it in a day. Like to be completely honest, but if I can't, I can't. I mean, I just that ain't much I can do about that. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it is a lot I could do about that. No, to be honest, if I can't, I can't. I'm just gonna keep going until we done though. Like that game ain't really that hard, but people just keep saying this long. I'm like, bro, I already played like an hour or two, so we straight we cracked it down a little bit. I'm not gonna restart just for that though. I'll be honest with y'all. But yeah, so yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, make sure you guys like before I forget, make sure you guys follow, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe if you're new on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe if you here and you haven't hit that button, bro. Look, the subscribe button is free everywhere. Even if you like, as long as you got Prime on the other two, like on Twitch. But Kick is free, bro. It's free, sway. But anyway, other than that, I mean not Kick, but like Twitch. Anyway, whatever. I miss speaking, but it's whatever. It's whatever. All right. So look, this is what we doing today. Reactions. That's about it. That's the only story I have for like right now. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, also drove like a couple of days ago. That was heat. That was heat. Like I ain't gonna lie. See why people drive with one hand, even though you shouldn't. You should always have two hands on the wheel. Never forget that, guys. Never forget that. Two hands on the wheel. But it's about that time. About that time. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I woke up and it was 8 o'clock. Did the time like I don't know if time went back right on that yet or forward, whatever. But like it's like I woke up and I was like, it's 8 o'clock. What the hell? Like usually I wake up at like 10, 9. I mean 10 or 9. That's why I make my streams at 11. Just cause like to be honest, I'd be struggling to try to get there at this time. But we got some regular reactions and we got some like Gacha game reactions. And to be honest, we got a lot to get through, man. We got a lot to get through, gang. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So we might as well just start it up. We might as well run it up. You know what I mean? Let me do one more thing before I do this real quick, which is oh my gosh, if I click that one more goddamn time, bro. All right, minimize that. Cause I opened up the wrong thing. Yeah, that's gonna be right there. And then we're gonna pop this out. That's what I wanted to pop out. Now what's up with this? Why is this not? All right, can somebody type in the chat real quick for me? Like real quick. I see. Wait, I could just type in the chat myself. Now that I think about it. Where's my thing at? I can't find my thing. Oh no. Oh no. I think because I feel like it's not working. I think my multi text thing isn't working, but it's whatever. I can always see it on the side of the screen too. All right. That's so I don't have to worry about any of this. I could do both. I could do one more thing. Pop that out. Also, is my mic 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, we straight. All right, we here now. Anyway, I just realized I got 2 other things that I need to. Oh my god, it's whatever. All right, so we here. Let's get started. Let's get right through it. You already know. Let's get it. All right, let's go. Okay, hold on first. All right, now let's go. You know, I did something dumb. I don't know why I did. Oh, you can see my thumbnail, so that's the thing. Where is it? Where's it at? Oh my gosh, that's that. It's right there. There we go. There we go. What the hell is this? Oblivion remaster sorry for the yawning. It was quite rude. You know, sometimes I wonder how some whatever. All right, we here. I want to watch this because it's 16 new Gacha games released in 2025. I don't remember 16 coming out, but I mean, if a good amount came out, let's see what's going on though. I ain't gonna lie, because I know Arknights isn't out yet, but it should be out. Can y'all hear that?
August 2025, but we don't know what's the exact release date. Someone said it's gonna be like 2026. Somebody said it's still to be announced, so we don't know for sure. But
I mean, they did a beta, right? They did like, as long as they do at least 2 betas, it'd probably be out like within that year, the beta's being out, or
from
the next
all
one.
my research, it is said to
Usually,
be
but I don't know.
August 2025. So Arknights Enfield is a gacha game that mixes flashy real-time combat with base building and light exploration. The gameplay lets you control a full party in battle, which feels satisfying.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing I am like most excited for is the base building. Like, it may sound weird, but like, bro, I love base buildings.
But can be a bit clunky with long skill animations.
Oh my god.
Screens, but damn, this game is just on another level from just the gameplay itself. It doesn't want to be Honkai Star Rail, it doesn't want to be Genshin Impact, it doesn't want to be Wuthering Waves. It's want to be their own game, which is amazing. The boss is challenging enough. The combat is just full of strategy because it does mix a bit of RTS from the original game and a bit of action RPG. I think they are trying to be like Final Fantasy VII Remake, because in Final Fantasy VII Remake you have a bit of a strategy because of the ATB system, and you have a good combat because, you know, it is.
Did I play Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Gameplay, right?
I think I did.
Enfield is
I don't remember which one that was.
Need to
I'll be
keep
honest.
an eye on, and man, I cannot wait for this to be released.
Oh
because
no,
this
they got the
trying
bear.
to be Wuthering Waves
Not
or
another one.
Genshin Impact or whatever it is. It is trying to be their own unique game. So looking forward to it. Arknights Enfield, hopefully it's going to be released in 2025.
To be honest, since we ain't heard nothing about it yet, and it's what, like almost August, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be released next year.
Secondly, we have Black Beacon, released on
The hell is
10th of
this?
April 2025. Black Beacon is a new gacha game that tries to stand out with unique combos and flashy skills, but the gameplay quickly turns into a repetitive loop, sadly. You press skills until they glow.
It reminds me of Zenless right now, but we'll keep it going.
Hit the finisher, then switch characters and do it all over again. It leans way too hard on its energy system, making combat feels a bit samey no matter who you play. Cutscenes play every time you ult, and you cannot skip them. I mean, for now. Hopefully they will add skip cutscenes to the animation for the ult later down the road, but this game is looking super rough, because seeing from this game's revenue, it's not even surpassing $100,000 every month. So yeah, this game is looking rough, but hey, it is released in 2025.
That's
so
dead. That's a dead thing right there.
Gacha game, maybe this one is for you. So up next we have Blue Archive. Now I know
what
Blue Archive has been released for a very.
This must be the Steam thing, bro. Blue Archive Steam situation is a crazy, by the way. I don't know if it was just me, but video volume seems low. Oh, is it really that low? That's because this dude also was talking like super low, by the way.
Very long time, but it is just released on Steam, so you know, I thought I'd mention it here. And yes, this is a very fun gacha game. That's pretty much it. Just want to let you guys know that this game is out on PC. And better.
What about now? What about now? Or me, I might be deaf. No. Like he is talking super low. I have my headphones like all the way up, and I can't hear him so point. That gameplay loud as hell though.
Crystal of Atlan, released on 28 May 2025. Crystal of Atlan is the newly launched Magic MMO action RPG.
Oh, okay, I remember this. I heard that game
Players
before.
explore
The gameplay is loud. Yeah. It's just him. He's just talking low. That's what it is.
That incorporates both ground and aerial combat, and damn, it is fun.
Again, thank you for the prime.
The game offers over 10 unlockable classes, each with unique skills and subclasses, allowing for diverse playstyles in both PvP and PvE. Yes, this game has PvP, which is, you know, it's been so long since we
didn't Crystal Atlas have like a
PvP
huge like controversy or something like that? I swear they
right?
did.
Like the old school MMORPG. And players can engage in co-op dungeons, guild activities, and skill-based PvP battles. While the game boasts stylish visuals and dynamic combat, it has received criticism for its restrictive stamina system that limits daily progression and a narrative that some find disjointed. Crystal of Atlan does not feature gacha mechanics for characters, which is really good, or a weapon system, which is really good. I don't know, man. Weapon banner sucks. But again, this game is quite nice. I mean, if you love fluid combat, I think this is quite nice. If you love PGR, I think you should definitely check this game out. I'm not saying that this game is better than PGR. Okay.
You can turn it down a bit
it is released,
if it's too loud in your ear. Nah, it's straight. It's straight.
Samey as
I can control my stuff. I just make sure y'all be able to hear. Bro, Ethereal Restart. They come out this year. It was a decent game, and now it's not. But anyway,
Star released on 5th June 2025.
Okay, that was kind of mean.
Similar to Honkai Star Rail.
I don't know, bro. It is not similar to Honkai Star Rail. They can stop that cap right there. But I don't know. I just don't. It was good. It was good while it lasted.
Also, yeah, it is a turn-based RPG, but the combat is fast-paced, stylish, and gives you just the right mix of control and flashiness. You control a main character with a team backing you up, same in Honkai Star Rail again. Oh, and
I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. What's number 6? We already know what Ethereal was all about. Okay, we all know what Ethereal is all about. If you ever watch this, my YouTube channel.
Lost Sword released on 10th of July
what is this?
2025. So
I look like Epic 7.
2D anime style gacha RPG that plays like a mix of Princess Connect and Epic 7, with auto combat and flashy ultimates and cute side-scrolling animations. You build a team of mostly female knights, each with unique skills, and the game throws in a cheeky close damage system for some fan service fun. I personally love how smooth and clean the UI is. It feels super lightweight and doesn't eat up my phone battery, which is a huge win for a mobile game. And this game is packed with content like PvE, PvP, raids, tower climbs, and mini-games. Well, even though it is, at the time of making this video, this game is only out in Korea, but it is already pulling over 10 million. Yes, $10 million by the way, not 10 million won.
You know, the overseas get everything. Overseas get everything. Hold on, let's see.
So if you like casual auto battlers with polish, waifus, and plenty to grind, this one's definitely worth keeping an eye on and probably worth playing the game.
Is it out over here now?
Lost Sword.
Is it out over here now?
Next is Madoka Magica Magia etc. Yeah, honestly I don't know much about this game, but just by looking at the gameplay, it is turn-based JRPG.
Why is it dragged like that? What the hell?
Or Star Rail. It has this
now,
chibi-ish anime art style, which
they system
and it does look pretty fun. Now, I don't have the exact date yet, but
Madoka Magica. I actually never watched the Madoka Magica.
You can check this game out on Steam.
I don't get the hype on it. I'll be honest.
On the Steam page, it is said to be released in 2025. But if the game is not out yet in 2025, well, I just saw it on Steam. That's pretty much it.
Oh, I forgot I have that now.
Marvel Mystic Mayhem released on
Marvel Mystic Mayhem was, I don't know, it felt
Marvel
old.
Mystic Mayhem
like,
is a mobile tactical RPG where you build 3 hero teams using Marvel characters like Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, and Scarlet Witch.
I couldn't get into it.
Nightmares, Twisted Dream Realms. Combat is real time with auto attacks, but you control when to unleash powerful skills and ultimates using shared energy. So timing actually matters in this game. Well, it is the usual thing, you know, each character has different roles like striker, defender, controller, or fighter, so team building has some depth to it. The game looks really clean with flashy animations, full voice acting, and a cool dream world story setup. You get characters through gacha pulls, and there are plenty of modes to grind like campaign, PvP, boss fights, and tower challenges. What I like
Okay.
about this game is that how smooth the gameplay feels and how flashy the ultimates are, because you know,
If they get a launcher, if they ever get a launcher, I will come back.
mobile games, you need to be flashy. It is such an eye candy playing this game. I mean, if you're into Marvel and enjoy auto battle games with a bit of strategy, I think this one is
That was my favorite. I don't know. Like for me, it just felt old. Like it just felt old, and that's what threw me off.
worth
Like I
checking
couldn't do
out.
it.
And
I
hey,
like
it is free
okay,
to
it's
play.
old.
If
Okay.
you don't like it, just uninstall it. You are not losing anything. Next, it is Mekarashi. Now, this is pretty
Mekarashi.
new. Gonna be released on 31st July 2025.
Wait, is this Mecha?
At the time of making this video, there
Mekarashi?
is a beta test going on. This game is so similar to like this Gaia, SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. You have this grid-based, turn-based system, right? And the fun
Is this a part of the
is that
Mecha Break
you
franchise
can
or no?
actually destroy your enemies' left arm, right arm, torsos, something like that. Because if you destroy it,
Alright, what about number 10? Wait, hold on. What's this?
I'm here
What's
for
this?
it. And
This look like my
Mekarashi is
type. This
looking
not.
pretty cool.
I don't care. I want the high anime woman. Okay. I'll be honest. I'll be real.
If you're loud,
Mirror and
Just
Star
stop skipping
Legends
through all
released
this
on
crazy.
29th May 2025. This is a turn-based gacha RPG. And the good thing about this game is that the character you will get, you don't need
Wait. What's the name of it? What did he say? Marina Star Legend. Wait, hold on. Don't I?
Mirror and Star Legends released on 29th May 2025. This is a turn-based gacha RPG. And the good
Why didn't I play it? Like this look like one type of game. Like I just like flashy people. I'm tripping. Your connection is not private. Okay, so they website is crazy enough for like this horrible thing to pick it up. Star Legend. I hit March. It came out March. Well, it doesn't look like it don't look like you can download on the computer, huh? That's probably why. I'll be honest. That's probably why I ain't play it.
good thing about this game is that the
Well, if
character
it ain't
you will
computer,
get,
I don't
you
play.
don't need to have gacha. You just progress through the story and you will get all the characters in the game. But for the something like equipment system in this game, you need
Horrible.
to gacha it. So you can build up
Makes
strong
sense.
combos and strong party members. This game is also not an open world game, so I like it. This
I can
is
kill
a
us for that.
dungeon-based game. So similar to Epic 7.
Bro, they look so cool.
and
I gotta
Star Wars
reopen
something
that.
like
I gotta re-get on
So
that.
I do like that a lot. And for me, I think this game is pretty chill. You
By the
don't
way,
need to spend a lot in this game.
Am I
You can pretty
tripping
much
or-
grind your
Oh,
way
I'm on
through
easy.
all the
I'm on easy.
dungeons.
Bro, I
So,
hate my
yeah,
mouse
Mirror
so
and Star
much. Like,
Legends.
it
This
double
game
clicks
is
for no
quite
reason
chill. It is
sometimes. That's
pretty
why I
fun.
die
It
and
is
play.
something new to the table. So why not try it out yourself? Next
Hey,
is my
Persona.
favorite release. You all know it,
Peak.
Persona 5: The Phantom
I know people like a lot of people were mad about this release though. I need to see why.
X
Like,
release.
I have
26th
no idea
June
why people were mad.
2025. Now this
No,
game
I have no idea why they were
feels
so mad.
just like the classic Persona 5. Well, not like, but like
LOL.
almost
Oh my
the
god.
same-ish
Oh my
as Persona 5
god.
Royale. So you play as a brand new phantom thief in Tokyo with Joker and friends showing up to help you out. The gameplay is turn-based and super stylish, just like the original one. You explore
Bro, this is like peak Persona right here. I tell you.
palaces, sneak up on shadows.
Let's see what else.
Next, we have Rememento White Shadows, released on 28 May 2025. This is a turn-based RPG with a semi-open world and some really cool anime style
I gotta get on my game, bro. Like most of these gacha games, I didn't even know. Like, you know how many first reaction? I mean, you know how many videos are gonna be, bro. We would have been balling.
visuals powered by Unreal Engine 5.
Bro, I make sense
You
on
run
my
around
video, bro.
exploring
I make
fields,
sense on my
solving
stream too.
elemental puzzles and jumping into battles with a 4-character team. This game is super similar to Honkai Star Rail, by the way. So you all know combat is turn-based, blah blah blah. You manage blah blah blah. This and that. Swap characters depending on the situations. Well, what I like about this game.
See, that's what they wrong about that. He wrong about that part. See, he never played Honkai Star Rail. That's what it is. Because let's be real. If you're playing Honkai Star Rail, you never swap characters. You just bring Acheron and you blitz through everything. See, or you just bring the newest character that came out, you make them team, and then just blitz through everything for about a month until they say, "Oh, retcon, you need to spend more money," and then you lose on the whatever her name is banner and Wuthering Waves, and you just never play the game again. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Bro, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of getting these small little characters. Like first it was Encore, now it's that flower girl. Like bro, I don't want these. Like at least give me one of the characters that got big boobs. That's actually a woman, bro. Like bro, like no, they say no. They just give me these garbage. Let me.
Game is that it is free to play friendly. There's a
Let's get to
PvP
15.
system,
I
a
can't
guild
do
system,
it.
and even
Can't do
dynamic weather that makes the world feel more alive.
Mhm.
Sure, there are a few bugs
Yeah.
and some odd translation moments in the soft launch
That's funny.
state, but overall it is
Oh
a
my
fun
gosh.
and good-looking game if you're into stylish RPGs.
Crash out,
with a
crash
mix
out,
of
crash.
action
No.
and strategy.
You can't crash out. You
And
can't
not
crash
to mention
out.
that this game is quite free to play friendly.
Kinda,
It is
it's
pretty
just
good,
gay.
guys.
It's just kinda
Pretty
gay, to be
fucking
honest.
good. Hopefully they will
That game kinda gay.
have a global release soon because yeah, living in Southeast Asia, man, that sucks. You don't have the
What?
access to this game. You need VPN to play this game.
Guys, I'm be honest. Most of the anime games come out in Japan first anyway. Should I just move to Japan? Like we moving to Japan at this point? What was this game called, by the way?
Next we have Rememento.
Bro, how am I supposed to spell that, bro? How am I supposed to spell that? I swear these Gacha games getting crazy. I need to ask some of these. Rememento. White Shadow. And they say I see a PC. It may be a PC version. Let's go. We gonna check that out later. I'm gonna check all these out later.
White Shadows released on 28 May 2025. This is a turn-based RPG with a semi-open world and some really cool anime style.
By the way, guys, if you're new, hit that sub button. If you're new, hit that follow button. If you're new and you got the money, you know, get the sub or something. I don't know, hell. But like, come on, like, what's up with y'all? See, if I saw y'all real life, I give y'all a hug and everything. Bro.
Visuals powered by Unreal Engine 5.
I actually would.
You run
give y'all a hug,
around
to be
exploring
honest.
fields, solving elemental puzzles, and jumping.
Let's go get a house in
battles with a
Japan.
fork.
Who is all? You know some of the friends we have. I don't think I want to be near. You trying to get me caught up, gang?
Character team.
I mean, y'all
This
be
game
scaring
is
me.
super
They scare me
similar
sometimes. No, it's
to
fine.
Honkai Star Rail, by the way. So you all know combat is turn-based, blah blah blah. You manage blah blah blah. This and that. Swap characters
Oh
depending
yeah, we
on
already
the
saw this.
situations.
I just want to
Well,
see the
what
name. What's
released
next?
on 16th of April 2025.
Why does it look like
So this game is, of course, a
Forget the
G-generation
name of it.
game. If
How's
you've
your
played
lane?
Gundam games before, then this is really for you, man. It is a
Oh.
good turn-based strategy
I know somebody that like
RPG,
this game. Then
and damn, the fan service in this game
Why
is
not?
amazing. Okay,
Alright,
so
we can do it.
what
We
makes
do
it
it.
fun
I
is the
bet.
massive roster over 500 mobile suits and how I can upgrade.
I don't know how we gonna
customize
pay for it though. That's the only thing.
Seven Nights Rebirth. So yes, Seven Nights is gonna make a comeback, and this is a full remake of the classic mobile RPG. And honestly, it feels like a fresh new game. Oh, and I forgot
heard
to
of
mention
Seven
that it's
Nights,
gonna be released
I can't
on
remember.
30th September 2025. So the graphics are way better because they are now using.
Like I heard of that.
Unreal
I heard of that
5.
name
Combat is
7 Nights
smoother,
before.
and the story is more cinematic with the voice
I'm not sure.
scenes. I get to build a team of 5 heroes like the old days of Seven Nights. Man, I love the old days of Seven Nights. And you can plan out strategy with formations and skill orders, and then you just sit back and watch the action play out. Same as on 26 June 2025, same as Persona 5 Royale. It is crazy. And yeah, Silver and Blood is a gothic strategy gacha game with this grid style
It
battles.
look interesting.
9 grid style battles.
See, another reason why I don't really go looking for more gacha games is because, bro, we have so much we gotta play already. Like I got Zenless, I got Honkai. We may go back to Genshin. I'm not sure, but not that one. Yeah, well, I got Zenless, Honkai. Well, to be honest, I kind of had to give up on Nikkei. We got too many games. It's a lot of other ones. I can't think of the name right now.
You have this grid system to position your characters. and the rest is real time. It has a cool lunar phase system that powers up ultimates, and the blood moon mechanic adds a fun twist to the combat. The game stands out with its dark watercolor art style, voice acted story, and a haunting music. And this game has so many content like PvP, character building, raids, and castle management, and it gives a stylish and quite challenging experience for you guys to play. And apparently this game is also pretty good. The community love it, and this game is quite unique from the art style itself.
Oh my gosh, I see it already.
Give this game a go, and I know you will.
I see it already. It's the horse game. We at the horse
last but not
game.
least is
Oh, my voice cracked.
Pretty Derby, released on 26 June.
One of the best games to come out this year.
Same as Silver
Top
and Blood
10.
and Persona 5.
We race them girls.
Now this game
we
is
make them
super
youngins
fun,
race.
and it is very unique. It is a unique gacha game, and not to mention that this game is on Steam. So in this game,
Everybody, we already know this game. We already know this game. Hey, y'all, everybody, go follow my man, Elite Boss Slayer, bro. Go shout him out something, bro. Like, god dang, that was a good video. That was a good video. Like, we're gonna get that like, we're gonna hit that like on that man for him, cause like that was fire. Like, to be honest, that was kind of fire. Anyway, let's get to the next one. See, like I can't have y'all see what's next, cause even though y'all can clearly see what's next. So, but anyway. No, to be honest, I can care less. I just like showing my face sometimes. I'll be honest, like, you see that? Like, yeah, you already know, Sway. You know, Sway. Anyway, let's get back to it. All right, what is this? Zenless Zone Zero, Sway. Zenless ZZZ. Like, we got Zenless Zone Zero. Zia, the best gacha game I quit after a month. Now we gotta see what's up, because my opinion, ZZZ is one of the best gacha games at all time, in my opinion. But let's see what's up.
Gacha games with console level quality I've played. When I'm not busy calculating the output volume of breast milk or looking up unsavory ships of Wise and Bell,
What?
I'm sitting back enjoying the high-quality animations and flashy gameplay. The majority of gacha games I've been playing this past year or so have all been fairly small titles that don't have the budget to create a detailed 3D open world, but I find it to be a reprieve to visit what the definition of an industry giant looks like. Coming from a company that arguably put gacha games on the mainstream radar, it's no surprise that Z3 was one of the most enjoyable gacha experiences I've had, where I quit after a month.
By the way, guys, I'm also streaming. By the way, I'm also making this a video. Follow me on Twitch or just subscribe right here. You will see me stream.
Hi, my name.
Or the first we may be doing is not locked in yet, but we may be doing a long stream that I'm going to regret.
Is Psyche, and this video will double as a review of sorts, as well as a discussion on how I think gacha games should be enjoyed. I don't think it's far-reaching to say that MiHoYo has set the standard when it comes to monetization and player retention techniques in modern gacha games. Despite this,
well, now that standard is changing, which I love so much, like at least for the monetization part, because now they're starting to go, well, you get your character automatically for free, but then after that, it's a 50-50, which I hope sticks, I hope stays, and I hope literally every gacha game uses.
Many players tend to attribute someone quitting a game.
Even Hoyo, I hope they can change it. They can change code. It ain't that hard. They can change the code. I hope they do.
To be a negative thing. But hopefully today, I can show you that quitting is not always bad. Let's first bring up the matter of monetization.
Actually, that's true. I did that with Genshin.
MiHoYo has more or less set the groundwork for gacha rates and cash shop deals. While $200 to $300 to guarantee a 5-star character will make anyone think twice, to be honest, I don't really have a problem with whaling or spending money on gacha games as you please, as long as you're aware of where it's going and how much of it is being spent. I'm personally someone that likes to moderate my spending and only spend what I think will bring me more enjoyment of a game. So if you do ever decide to spend money,
like Perlovas, donate, please. No,
I have something to pique your interest. Before I get deeper into the video, I do want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, LD Shop. LD Shop is a
guys. Go to my link for LD Shop, by the way. Top 10.
Formal top-up platform for all your favorite mobile games, including Zenless Zone Zero. You can find discounted deals for most of the offers in.
Let's see. What's these discounts? 90 cents off. Okay. 29 cents off. All right. We just want to skip this though.
I suppose we can go over what the best of Zenless Zone Zero has to offer first. The primary reason,
bro, their story is peak, okay? In my opinion, it's peak.
I decided to return to it is that I heard a lot of good things with how the overall quality of the game is handled, how the story is super digestible, and how the grind is eased down compared to the other MiHoYo titles. And, you know,
I'm gonna be, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be honest, like, to be fairly real about it, like I think ZZ has the best story out of all of them, because they just get straight to the point. And it's like, I don't know why, but the writers in the other two games just want to make 18-hour-long films, and I'm like, bro, go get into actual filmmaking if you want to make a film, bro. Like don't bring this to the Gacha game.
I admit I was tempted by some of the character designs. Wink, wink. So I logged into my HoYoverse account, remembered that I actually did play the game at launch, and realized that I pulled Ellen from the very first raid-up banner. Well, capitalize on the first anniversary and get that free standard 5-star, and I thought, I guess I can build a starter team with Ellen. So naturally, I went to work building this mono freeze team and see how long it would take me before the build is truly completed. Even so, it's a classic MiHoYo gimmick to progression lock the higher ascensions and upgrade materials behind both player level and story completion. So it looks like I was gonna get through the story no matter what anyways. I certainly wouldn't describe the story as anything too unique, but as some had pointed out, it feels very digestible, with all these animated dialogues, comic panels, and the most noteworthy, the cutscenes. Wow, I'm actually speechless. For the past couple months, after playing a lot of lower budget gacha games, which mostly had a visual novel style of storytelling, experiencing what MiHoYo is able to come up with is astounding to see. It's a vast contrast from the static.
That's why I ain't gonna lie. That's why I love it so much, because I like when it actually shows instead of like just tells, right? But when it comes to most games, they just give you a wall of text, tell you to read it, and then be like, oh, they'll figure out the story. But I mean, oh my gosh, like the story's so good, but like we ain't gonna do anything. Like back in the day, they didn't even really voice act for real. But now it gets bad. It got better,
2D sprites to see hyper expressive, exaggerated, and almost cartoonish cutscenes is something I can't pull my eyes away from.
I don't know how they did it.
Even a simple exchange between Wise and Bell is just a joy to watch. I don't care what anyone says, this level of animation right here is top-notch. During the main story, you get to try out all the cool diverse agents and their gameplay, so there's no need to invest in a team yourself. When exploring the city, there's all sorts of hidden cool details about the ways your playable character moves and interacts, such as the attention to detail and sound, like the clinking on Billy's chains, the clacking of boots on a hard surface, or the swishing of stockings when brushing against one another. For some reason. Someone at MiHoYo thought this was a crucial detail to include, so why not?
This is why this is basically the turn-based Gooner game of Nikke. If Nikke like actually decided to make a game like this, I think it would be this. It's Gooner Lagoon. Yep, Gooner Lagoon. We all goon. We all goon. If you play ZZ, you're a gooner too.
I knew I didn't have to stray far from Goon Lagoon, because the fan service in Z3 is impeccable.
Crazy.
I probably don't need to include all the ways the game lures you in with all the gooning elements, though it's interesting to see that when the game launched, you didn't
Goon ZZ this game is crazy. That's why I like about ZZ, you're allowed to test out the characters before facts. Every game do that though.
Really get the impression that it was going down this route.
They better.
Okay, well, what are we adding next? Cock physics? Gameplay feels extremely smooth and satisfying. The enemy tells
but there's not enough females that play this game.
Swapping mechanic feels engaging, and it always feels badass pulling off counters repeatedly. Of course, I was surprised to find that there's actually a limit on how many times you can counter in a row, and certain attacks that have to be dodged instead. I didn't really get into the optimal team rotations and such, but playing through the main story campaigns and some side activities gave me a varied taste of what all the agents play like. Whether you play this for the exhilarating gameplay or the cunny, I think something everyone will see eye to eye on is that the overall quality of the game is great.
Bro, I know.
Also, just a side note, I learned that the names of the siblings in Japanese are Akira and Rin. Just thought that was interesting to point out. So let's move on to the live service nature of the game and explore how that's all going.
Oh, here we go.
I played the game for about a month and locked in the $5 Welkin just for the hell of it. For the record, one of the old traps I used to fall into is that I felt obligated to log in every day so I didn't waste up the daily check-ins. Now I just kinda don't care. I didn't log in all 30 days of the month, and a decent chunk of the days I did log in just included me doing the dailies. Sometimes I didn't even bother spending stamina. Something these games have always ingrained in me when I played Genshin all the way back in 2021 was that if I didn't complete every side objective, event or weekly missions, I'd be falling behind.
Which is true. It's true. You will fall behind and you won't catch up. Like, man, I leave for 6 months. Section, everything different. I'm like, okay. I see it's more like 2 months, and then everything was like, okay, all right, well, need to get a new character. Let's go.
While this seems like such an obvious trap in hindsight, I think there's a reason why these systems work to retain players. Looking at the aspects that I needed to upgrade for an agent to reach their max potential, of course you'll have the Ascensions and the W engines as they're called in this game as weapons. The passive abilities and the skills that use different currencies, and I knew those 6 empty spots would be filled with something. Sure enough, that's where the discs or the RNG relics come in. A general sentiment is that Z3 has the...
I will give one thing, the MiHoYo. Over the years, they have really worked on they gear grind thing. It's like Genshin. Well, I mean, they don't really fix it out of the game, but like whatever. Like in Genshin, horrible. I ain't gonna lie, I hate it. I hate it so much. And Honkai is like, it's pretty decent. It's all right. And here in ZZ, I think I like it a lot. I'll be honest, I like it a lot. Like you literally just go and get the gear that you want, as long as you got the currency or whatever, and then you could like pick the main stat, and then you just gotta get lucky with the substats, and that's it.
The tamest relic system out of all of the big 3 MiHoYo games. Though even then, it's something that a lot of gachas don't have to deal with to this extent. I thought, what the hell, let's try building this team to see what I need to have a viable comp. I was going to get an energy regen piece on Sokaku, except when it was time to start sorting out my discs, I realized that I didn't have a single one with that main stat. It was the only main stat that I didn't even have one of. So I thought maybe I did something wrong. I then proceeded to spend 1000 reserve stamina to farm for any energy regen main stat disc. But then, still nothing. Then I looked at the internal drop rates of the stats and realized that it's because the game is working exactly as intended. For a little bit of clarification, how the RNG relics work in all of the modern MiHoYo games is that there's a hidden chance for a certain main stat to drop if that slot has multiple possibilities.
And that chance hates me, bro. Oh my god.
And it's rigged so that the most helpful ones by default are the ones that have the lowest drop chance. In this case, energy regen gets the special treatment, dropping at just below a 10% chance. Obviously, for any long-term gacha players, I think everyone innately understands that character builds are not meant to be completed in a single day. So building even...
But I do it. You can do it too.
One character is a long-term commitment. Still, you tend to see some other gachas opting for a more tame RNG relic system, and a few out there that just don't have any at all. I'm gonna take a wild guess that MiHoYo's next gacha game will have the tamest RNG relics yet, as there does seem to be some pushback against this kind of system. I doubt anyone wants to constantly grind for the chance of a useful relic. The disc is not the only place to grind for character builds, as there's also the boss drops and weekly special boss drops. Z3 does
these. I think they just need to make it where like you could just grind it out, bro. Like you could just grind it out. Like you can go as many times as you want. Cause oh my gosh, waiting a week for this to reset just so you can get 3 is crazy to me. Like bro, like at least make it that if you do the hardest difficulty, you get double, you get 2, which 2 for 6, which is probably gonna be enough to at least like core one character almost still. So
plus let you configure a farming plan, letting you spend 100 stamina at once on whatever drop you want. But this does not get extended to the boss drops nor the discs. So back to endgame artifact jail I go. In all fairness, Z3's dailies are some of the easiest I've seen in a gacha game to complete.
Like legitly, you just walk around, do 3 click E things, and you're done, bro. It's like talk to this, talk to them, done.
And you can visit the coffee robot for a bit extra stamina every day. There's also the scratch cards that give the occasional gacha tokens, and the ramen guy that gives out temporary buffs. But nobody cares about the ramen guy. Still, doing less chores doesn't mean that there aren't any chores. There's still Shiyu defense that rotates on a schedule.
Okay, guys, if you buff, you're weak, okay? Never forget that. You're weak if you use buffs in the game, okay? When it comes to that ramen dude, okay? You just weak. No, I'm just joshing.
A roguelike mode to accumulate weekly points and rewards, and all those red exclamation marks to warn you of unclaimed rewards or limited time events. These systems are hard baked into any gacha game, and being one of the pioneers of modern gacha design, MiHoYo lays everything out pretty blatantly. I personally have a lot of problems when people compare a gacha game to a console game. I think it's fair to say that the animations are who
is comparing a gacha game to a console game? bro, obviously these youngers, like, you know how much money they spend on console games versus a gacha game? That's a way two different things.
Console level quality, except that there are some stark contrasts between the design philosophy of games such as Z3 to something like God of War or Devil May Cry. A gacha game will forever be a gacha game. You'll sometimes hear people say something along the lines of, "This game is so good it could pass off as a console game. It's a video game first, gacha game second." Wow.
Okay.
Allow me to show you what that argument actually means. So I did. I played Zenless Zone Zero as a console game. In a typical console or single-player video game, you pay an upfront fee to get the game, then you can play it whenever and however you want. The campaign has a defined beginning, middle, and end. But here's the crucial bit. When you finish the game, you're done and are free to move on to other games. It doesn't need to drag on and try to retain you for the long term. There are many other
because they already got your money. They don't care. Like, the reason why Fortnite wants you to come back every season.
Creative fun games out there. Enjoy variety. In any case, you have total control over your game and can play it however you like. More importantly, quitting or stopping to play said game isn't even a bad thing. You just completed the full experience, so now it's time to enjoy another. So during my month of playtime, I set a goal for myself. A win condition. A condition that if I reach it, that's where I will get a lot of closure on my adventures.
I see that makes sense that he did that, because like you can never win in a gacha game. You can never beat a gacha game. The only time you beat a gacha game is when it goes in the service and they done making the story. But even then, they could just make more, like what happened to Honkai Impact 3rd. So, like
in Eridu City, and move on to other games. I stopped caring about doing dailies and spending stamina. I didn't pay attention to any upcoming banners or events. Just ignore all those red exclamation marks. My goal became very simple. For the next couple weeks, log in whenever I feel like it, enjoy the high quality animations and voice work in the main story, do some side content if I have time, and when I complete all of Season 1 story content, that's what I consider my win condition. Suddenly, I don't need to care about the shitty RNG disc system. I don't need to feel pressured about limited time events or banners. I don't need to worry about losing 50-50 coin flips or
haunts me still to this day.
Grinding to level up my agents. I can simply take my time doing a few missions a day, maybe dabble in the archived events section.
Bro, this screen is crazy. I don't know how they get away with some of this stuff.
Or invite out characters to increase bond. If you look at its roots, I think we all need a reminder on why Genshin Impact was such a landmark achievement in mobile gaming history. You could make a compelling argument that the game is not your usual typical mobile game slop. Yes, there's Battle Pass.
Like, during the time it came out, it really wasn't. Like it was like, there's a reason why back then people compared that to like a console game as well. Because it kind of was, to be honest. Like, that joint was like, it's not like, oh, you go into this dungeon, you fight, and then you get out of the dungeon. It was, you run around this whole world, just kind of like, oh my gosh, open world, just like a GTA game or a God of War game or a Breath of the Wild game. And it's like, you just play, you just go, you fight monsters, you run around, you do the story, and then, I mean, then that's when the gacha part comes in, where you do the dailies, you spend the money. They didn't really care about money back then, but then the game started making billions, and they
limited time events and time.
I miss the days. Sometimes I miss the days.
You technically didn't have to spend a dime.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. First year of Genshin is always peak to me. Like, that's peak gacha game for me. For me.
The gameplay is actually engaging, and you can go at your own pace in exploring the world. And
I need to go back. I gotta go back.
Just like any other genre of games, gacha games can be enjoyed in your own way. I don't know about you, but I find that the most fun I can have in any video game is when I can play it on my own terms.
If you don't know this story, I feel so sad. Peak story, by the way.
This obviously doesn't just apply to Z3, but I'd argue that MiHoYo was the one that pioneered and kickstarted a lot of the modern gacha practices we see today, so I might as well use them as an example. Suddenly, you do get to see what the best of the game has to offer, and leave out the most tedious and monotonous portions. I think people tend to equate quitting a gacha game as something negative, either due to the game not being good enough or a lack of motivation to continue. If you look at it a different way, I think there's a lot of value and power in quitting. It doesn't have to be framed as a negative thing. When you play on your own terms, even the most predatory practices won't phase your enjoyment of a gacha game. Again, I feel
I feel like quitting a gacha game is literally just like, I mean, like, because you sign in every day, it's basically kind of like in quotations work, right? But like, think about it, you work every day, you go there, you off 2 days. But when you go take a break for like 3 or 4 days, when you finally get the PTO in like 18 years, like it's not quitting. You guys just taking a break to refresh. I think this thing is it's a refresh. Like if you sometimes you gotta just get away from gachas. Gacha games in general, bro.
More money you spend. The point is that there is a way to play these games without being sunk into its live service model. Going through the archived events tab and some of the current events is when you realize that if you only play the curated content with a lot of effort put into it, a lot of the game's strongest elements shine through. When I played, there was a summer event where the new agent Yuzuha was on banner. I was originally going to pull, but then I realized that you also need to level her in a usable W engine, and then grind the living hell out of discs and passive upgrades. And then I thought, ah well, back to playing the archived events. And look, I know Z3 appeals extremely well to the gooners, except if I want a goon, I'll just look up the material online on certain discreet websites. And you...
We know what he's talking about. Up, there we go, right there.
Won't even need to grind anything except your meat. No one can tell you how you should be having fun in a video game. I think it's fair for everyone to enjoy something in their own
way. I guess these players grind both things, huh?
For the record, during the month I played,
I heard they do that too at once.
Fantastic time. Something I think that's much needed when deciding to move on or take a break from a live service game is the need for closure. So this is an allegory that I come up with. I spent $5 to see the show that is Z3. The show lasted for a month, and now I'm leaving the theater with a wide smile on my face. I visited the site.
Bro, that was one of the creepiest times I ever seen Bernice, bro. And it was so funny.
Sites of New Eridu City, got introduced to some great characters, took in the excellent world building and attention to detail, and even felt a little emotional when the game actually dropped some bits of lore. Damn, that was a good show. And now, it's time to enjoy other great video games. By alluding the experience of playing a gacha game to seeing a live show, you can kind of trick yourself into thinking that every second or dime you spent on said game was not wasted at all.
What game is this? Give me a third restart, but I've never seen this.
If, for example, you decide to return for another round of the show in the future, you can do that. In fact, I'll probably do that the next time I want to dive deeper into Z3's main campaign. In case you haven't been around the channel for long, this is the same logic I mentioned in a previous video, and now I'm applying the same logic to my own experience. The truth is that Zenless Zone Zero is a much higher budget gacha game than the vast majority out there on the market.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely true that you can technically apply my logic to any video game in existence. Though there's
I'm gonna be honest, that's what I also feel like Hoyo messes up in her other games, where like I feel like they actually treat ZZ as a gacha game, and I feel like they treat their other two games as mainstream double, maybe triple A games, which, like, let's be real, they're nowhere close to that, first of all. But it's like because it's like Honkai, right? It's like Honkai, and then like the way they write the story is like you just bought a $60 game, so I'm about to sit here for 8 hours and play through the story, right? Like, no. Most gacha game people attention span ain't that quick. It's the reason why they go, oh, money spend, gone, boom. Then next thing you know, they don't log in for a week.
The reason I picked Z3.
I don't know who would do that.
Aside from personal interest, everything from its presentation to its overall quality is a way bigger spectacle in comparison to the overall market. And if you strip away the predatory portions, it absolutely could be described as a console level experience. There's not many gachas out there where you can argue this. I should be glad that
let's see, is there now? We got Wuwa, we got obviously the 3 MiHoYo games, that's 4. Nikkei wouldn't count. Outer Plane definitely wouldn't count. Epic 7 wouldn't count. Yeah, maybe. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Is there another one that can do that? I don't think there's anyone else. Like games that look like this. I mean, I think it's just maybe Arcade Infield could. NTE Never's Everless definitely could be a console game. That's one. Like the games that are coming out that haven't been out, that haven't released yet, you could participate, like Project Mugen or Anita, whatever the hell the name is now. That could be a game too as well.
MiHoYo separates story content and challenge content, because if they didn't give trial characters to complete the campaign with, I'd be forced to engage with the live service elements to level up who I had. You know, I've thought about this for a while, and only now did I realize MiHoYo was the one that started this whole trend with character dupes giving whole new passives instead of a stat upgrade from Genshin and onwards. And now a lot of games are doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I need to re-download this game. Like, content was so great.
I'm a firm
So
believer
good.
that
So good
gacha
content.
and live service elements take away from what could have been a solid game. And my
Oh,
main
most
criteria
definitely.
on which gacha games
Because like the way they do it is they're evolving around a gacha. Like it's like now it's not can you beat this? It's how can we make it so that way they can almost beat it, but if they get the new character, they can beat it. How can we make it so that the new patch does like adds these 4 characters in to the story? Like we got like how can we force those characters in so that way we can get people to spend more on those characters so they can get attached to those characters that are in the banner right now.
are the best are the ones that take away from the experience the least. And MiHoYo is one of the worst offenders out there. Z3 has the typical MiHoYo progression systems with level-gated progression, the now iconic 50% rate-up system, the same RNG relics, in my opinion a pretty shallow roguelike mode, and the endgame mode shield defense, giving favoritism to the current on rate-up 5-star to slightly nudge you to pull. This is just the tip of the iceberg,
baby.
And I can talk for hours about what I call the Genshitification of gacha games, but I like to leave off the video on a more positive note.
I'll be honest, I think the only reason ZZ haven't fully went to that what is it, Genshitification, whatever. I think the only reason they haven't went that far is because it don't make enough for MiHoYo to actually treat it as one of them. Like if Honkai was good, Star Rail was good, and then it started making a buttload of money, and next thing you know, they went the way they went. Like I feel like if ZZ started making in like multi hundred millions, they would do the same thing.
I suppose this video was more of a discussion rather
so we just
than
gotta hope it don't get that far, but enough to like not get shut down.
I was able to present a more optimistic view on gacha games and the idea of quitting. At the bottom of it all, I believe all gacha games are predatory in some way.
Oh, hell
but it
yeah.
doesn't mean that you have to play it on the game's terms. It's quite clear that despite all the flack that MiHoYo gets for their predatory and FOMO-inducing design choices, there's absolutely brilliant parts worth praising and looking into. And this was my attempt at highlighting those parts and just suggesting the idea that you don't need to click on those goddamn red exclamation marks. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if it has changed your perception of Z3 or gacha games in general.
Never, I love this game always.
Highly analytical content on gacha games, you know what to do. As always.
Alright, that was a good video though. I ain't gonna lie, like Psych, like go follow him, bro. Like I'm gonna lie, I'm giving that a like. I'm giving it a like. Go follow him, man. That was a really good video. I ain't gonna cap. But at the end of the day, my opinion on all of that is just that, to be honest, like if I'm gonna be honest, all gacha games want your money. That's what they want. That's what they really want. But even the ones that's like super free to play, they're super free to play for a point. It's a reason because they still want you to spend too. If they make it super free to play, so that way you can be like, oh, I just give them money because they're already free to play enough. Or they give you so that way they can force you to keep staying logging in, because the longer you stay logged in, the more chances you have to hit that button that's called $5.99, $8.99 because you're playing the game a lot. Think about it. You do something a lot, you want to give money to it or something like that, right? Like I don't know, basketball. You watch a lot of basketball. The next thing you know, you buying tickets for it to go to the actual game. Guess what? That has a reason why they give them journeys out for free, even though they have ads in it. But anyway, other than that, that was a good video. That was a good video. But I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Anyway, all right, let me make this outro real quick. I see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys follow on everything. Like Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I just hit my computer, and yeah, I see y'all guys in the next one. Peace. I really gotta fix my camera for this. I ain't gonna lie. Well, that was a video. I had to make a video. I made a video with that one. But I ain't gonna lie. This was actually pretty decent, bro. 10 out of 10 video, bro. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what's the Indian man talking about now? We need to fight back. I don't know what that's about, and it looked like something that get me age restricted, so I'm straight. Anyway. Bro, I've been watching the Five Nights at Freddy Lord 2, by the way. Almost done. Hour left on it. You know, go watch, bro. Go watch this man video, bro. Like 10 out of 10 video. 10 out of 10 video. Like, I ain't gonna caps. Most of the stuff I didn't know. I didn't know at all. And now I do. Now I feel happy and giggly inside. Anyway, gacha games have terrible gameplay. No. You stop that right there, big boy. Okay, gacha games have terrible gameplay. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, actually. I'll be honest. I don't know. Wait. Okay, before I do this, we're gonna switch over here real quick because I need to check one major thing out that I do not want messing up because it happens every time. How many? Oh my. All right, hold on real quick, guys. We gotta We gotta do some things. We gotta do some things. Don't know what that was that I just did, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I don't think nobody saw that. Nobody saw that, right? All right. Thank you. Anyway, streaming stuff, videos. It should just be regular videos. My videos is on my D drive, and I eat on my E drive. Anyway. What was this? 24 gigs? Yeah, that should be enough. That should be enough time. I gotta delete some videos that I recorded so I can record more videos. That's what I'm doing right now, by the way. Like, if y'all wanted to know. I didn't know anything warranty inside my DNA. It was anything but no anything inside my DNA. Sometimes I don't understand what I be doing myself, guys. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Empty recycling bin, please. 23, let's go. 23 in me. Gone. Boom. Okay. Wasn't that actually a thing? 23 in me? Or was it 21 in me? It was like something like that. Anyway, let's get about to do it. All right, so we have here. Oh my gosh! Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's hurting so much. All right, so we have here. Gacha games have terrible gameplay. Let's see what's going on here with this horrible gameplay. But to be honest, I think. Bro, if y'all never watched me, y'all watch me now. What's up? Subscribe, because I'm a big ZZ fan. That's the best gameplay that I can do.
Gachas. A comparison that has the connection of oil and water. Like recommending a new album to a deaf person. Like mixing macaroni and cheese with ketchup.
What the hell?
High key though.
Wait. I'm about to say, that's good. I love my mac and cheese, and I love my ketchup on my mac and cheese.
That last one, it actually kind of slaps. But the point of the matter is, to a lot of people, this shit doesn't mix well. A lot say these games can't have good gameplay because of their monetization method. It's like, you ever try recommending a gacha game to your friend by saying it has good gameplay, then they reply with the fucking credit card swiping gif? That's pretty much what I'm talking about. But the question is, do they got a point? Like, okay, yeah, sure, not having all the characters in a game does suck, but at the same time, is that reason enough to say all the gameplay in that game is terrible? So then I started to think about the topic more, started thinking about how the monetization method changes the games I've played a fair bit of, then I came to a realization. People who say the gameplay in these games is worse because of their monetization aren't really wrong. And not for the sole and obvious reason of you don't have all the characters, because A, that'd be a boring point to make an entire video around, and B, and some of them I fucking do, but there are valid reasons to judge the gameplay beyond.
Oh, should I play Arknights? Oh, let me know down in the comment section below.
That. So
or
that's
in
what
chat,
the rest of this video is, talking about how the monetization method indirectly, or sometimes directly, makes the gameplay of any gacha worse. So basically, the long and short of it is, I'm turning into a hater. That's what this video is about. I'm being a hater. When it's over, expect this channel to go off into making solely COD gameplay videos. That's the future of that shit. But to talk about why I think there's truth to the statement, the first game I'm gonna bring up is Arknights, as it's a game that's avoided all of the regular pitfalls you would imagine with this topic. Like, most people who have been playing the game for a while have about 90% of the units in it. I don't care if it's a personal anecdote or not, but most of the people on my list got about that much. I got 97% myself, and more than 500 pulls stashed away. I only buy the monthly pass. The game's incredibly generous. So if that ain't the problem, then is it the gameplay? Is that just shit? Nope. You can bring in 12 characters that all play differently, and you could place them anywhere on the stage. It's a tower defense, which makes it so many factors change how you play the stage, like which units are bringing in, if they have faction bonuses, the stage, the mechanics of it, and where you place your units. To the point where pretty much every stage in the game actually plays differently, and this amount of hyper customization also makes it so you could easily clear the game with low rarity units. But that brings up the question, if the gameplay is great, and the gacha isn't looking to harvest your soul, what's the problem? Well, it's one every gacha suffers due to the monetization method, which is the sense of player progression. Take Elden Ring. You start off with minimal shit to use and no solid build for your character. By all means, you're at your weakest, and the enemies you fight against are also at their weakest. But as time passes in the game, you slowly build your character, get a solid build, and advance in power bit by bit. This progression is so intimately tied to your experience and how much you've explored of the world to where you're never at risk of being too strong and making the game boring. Unless you grind or know where to get items you need to really make yourself overpowered, but for your first playthrough, character progression and what the game expects of you at any given moment are intimately tied. Then take a gacha game. In most of them, this shit doesn't really exist. Like
that is true.
I remember exactly the first E2 I had in the game, basically the final tier power character can reach. My first E2 was Exia, and the time when I E2'd her was the Twilight of Olamon event. At that time in the game, Exia was considered a fairly strong unit, not as much as a win condition as Silver Ash, but she could put in a lot of work. In those event stages, she really propped up the run. Didn't outright carry me, but shit would have been so much harder without her at E2. Now take an account made in 2025. Let's say you played when Walter was released and you rolled for her because everyone said she was the strongest character in the game. Then she's your first E2. Then you play the Twilight of Olamon event because you could replay all old events. She pretty much solos it. Not like Exia where it helped. Nah, she solos that shit. Yo, she walks in, pops her skill, drops 6 tactical fucking nukes, and bitches the stage. Like when Twilight of Olamon.
That do make sense. That is actually true. Like when you think about it, like if you first start playing off, let's say Zenless, right? You first start playing off as Zenless. You know, you got Ellen and all that. You know, when the game first came out, you're not struggling, but like you get in there through there, yada yada yada. And then now somebody in 2025 that played that same mode, let's say at some point if they ever did bring that back, like if they have Manabi, they ain't struggling at all. They just gonna blitz through everything. And then if they have what's her name, Yishu, whatever her name is, they just gonna blitz through everything. Like characters get stronger and stronger, and the more characters that get stronger and stronger makes the content that came out before less valuable. But that forces the content that comes out in the future to be more stronger. But then that kind of hurts the people that don't really like go for the super strong character team comps, because now they're going to be struggling because they got characters that's been shafted like for like a year now or something.
Dropped, you had to use the gramophones to kill the boss that was tanky as shit. Now you just got a sadistic nuclear launcher with a switch that'll kill her in 5 hits. And it ain't just her. A lot of the newer units also annihilate old stages, because those older ones were made when the most insane thing we had in the game was Silver Ash. Now we have Silver Ash on a cocktail of PEDs. The stage difficulty was made with player progression and the units of that time in mind. It was a good balance of difficulty. Then power creep happened. Now a lot of the older shit is a cakewalk. And the unfortunate part is, power creep is pretty much impossible to not have in a gacha game.
Yeah.
So I've already talked about why, so I don't want to dive too much into it. Long and short is that power creep happens naturally from character kits becoming more interesting or specialized as time moves on. This shit happens in any game. Or it's forced to happen because the devs want you to spend more money, so they made a motherfucker with insane numbers. But the fact is, your progression in a gacha game is going to be fucking wonky. If you're a new player, newer events are going to whoop your ass, and then when you take your shiny new toys into an old event, it's going to be boring as shit. Player progression isn't tied to what the game expects of you, it's tied to what state the meta of the game is in. Hell, another example from Arknight's Patriot. He used to be the hardest boss in the game, had defense and resistance stats that made him near impossible to kill. You had to use the stage mechanics of mines and a very specialized team, or Amiya, story reasons, to take him down. In Big 2025, he's used as montage fodder for new characters. Literally, people solo him. Hell, some characters solo the entire stage. Patriot and enemies included. The perspective of someone who fought Patriot when he dropped versus nowadays is night and day. I used to fear Patriot. Now when I look at him getting clipped, bro, it's like I just watched someone kick a puppy. I just feel fucking bad for him. I deadass had to use a support unit back then to beat him. Now I'm confident I could do it with 3 characters, which is really just an arbitrary number because I know it's possible with 1. I just don't have his module. Also, another example, so I showed ain't just an Arknight thing, but instead something all gachas face, FGO. So many old mechanics in the game can be skipped by having Castoria. For those that don't know, her Noble Phantasm, think Ultimate, makes it so you don't take damage the next however much overcharge you had. Attacks don't fucking work on you. And if you build the right team with her, you're literally immortal. Then you look at stages before she existed and all of these big strong moves the bosses can launch out do nothing. Because a lot of them have Ignore and Vulnerability, so they can hit you even if you're invulnerable, but Castoria exists beyond that. Ignore and Vulnerability doesn't fucking work against her, unless you're only using her 3rd skill, which gives you basic invulnerability. The only thing that stops her Noble Phantasm is buff removal. That's it.
Dang, so they made sure.
But the difference between having her or not is gigantic. Not enough to really be fucked without her, but it's pretty much 2 different games if you're not using her. And guess what? Anyone can use her. The game has a support system to where any player can use her if the stage doesn't force that support slot to be used for a story character. But if it's open and you got her, the stage is way easier than how it was when it was first released. And player progression getting hurt by newer units doesn't just exist for old content either. For example, roguelites. Going back to Arknights, my run will be considerably different if I start with a meta unit or not. And to be 100, if I'm doing the higher difficulty stages, it gets to a point where you need to start with those overpowered units. Now, all in all, not that big a problem because of how generous the game is, so when you reach that point, you'll have units that can clear it. But if you're not at that point, and are a player wanting to try out the roguelikes, your experience will be much harder or much easier compared to who you got to start with. Then compare it to Night Rain. Has 8 characters that all feel different to play, and every single run you do has, of course, randomness, but the difficulty of it is suited to what the game expects of you. not what you have to beat the game. The difficulty difference between the roguelike in any gacha game basically and a regular roguelike is considerably different. In regular ones, it feels like I'm walking into an even playing field. In gachas, it feels like I'm choosing which level of bullshit I want to indulge in. Because how player progression is measured with the game in mind heavily changes if it's a gacha, and this is pretty much the case for all of them. But that's enough of that problem. The next one I want to bring up is found in Genshin Impact. Now, little side note when it comes to Genshin, I do want to make the distinction between gameplay and combat. Just combat would be how the game plays from battle to battle, right? But the gameplay is more the overall package, and that would include the team building as well. And the reason I make that distinction is because how I feel about the combat and how I feel about the team building is worlds apart. The team building and the reaction system is genuinely a masterpiece in game design. The gameplay is...
Yeah, everybody agree on that.
Yeah. The long and short of why I don't like the combat is actually a two-parter at this point. See, at first I wrote a fair bit of the Genshin segment based upon my thoughts of the game from when I last quit it. Then for gathering footage, I re-downloaded it and played the 2 new game modes in the Spiral Abyss. Then I realized they address the problems for some game modes and fights, but still kind of missed the mark. So the problem I have with Genshin is the combat is very formulaic. You go into a fight, start your rotation. Generally speaking, with the teams I ended up using, you swap in, Q and E, swap, Q and E, swap, Q and E, swap, do whatever you gotta do to get the damage off on your hyper carry. That's it. Most combat you're gonna do in the game is gonna be like that. A variation of swapping as you spam Q and E and sometimes left click. Throughout most teams you'll make in the game, they'll feel pretty much the same on the mechanical end of what you, the player, is inputting. When you have your team, the way you play them from when you got them to hours later is gonna look pretty much the same, bar having more energy regen for tighter rotations. And other people using the team will look similar as well, because you stick to the rotation. It's optimal. That is what you're meant to do. But the rotation itself being boring and the fact that you as a player barely have reason to change this singular rotation is the problem. There's not much that pushes you outside of this. At most, you can maybe double back to a healer to press one additional button if it's needed, but aside from that, same shit, different day, with the exception of some enemies. An easy example is like Scaramouche. In that boss fight, you gotta spend the second half dodging and building up resources before you stagger him and kill him. But aside from that, the enemies in the game, and most importantly the Spiral Abyss, usually just stand there like training dummies as you wail on them. They don't really got interesting attacks aside from something you occasionally need to dodge. It makes the game mode just a damage check instead of...
I think they only do that because they want the game to be like, what do you call it? They want the game to be like easy to fight, easy to beat. Because if it's not easy to beat, then they think people gonna get mad and be like, oh, we're gonna leave. It's the reason why they don't really make it that hard to do certain things. Like the only time most Gacha games, to be honest, the only time most Gacha games is hard is when you don't have the meta character. And I wonder why. It's like the meta character, not the one that's on the banner, or a new team is being set up with that the first character that comes out. The next thing you know, 3 to 4 patches later, you got a whole team. Crazy how that works.
Instead of really being hard to clear. And that's the problem I had with the combat in the past. Now, it's a little different. They've introduced new enemies that make you as the player actually play differently. Like the enemy in the first floor of floor 11, chamber 3 for this current Spiral Abyss. That one you cannot just mindlessly attack to beat it. You have to play into its mechanic. And what's that mechanic? It rips away all your energy if you stand next to it after it first spawns in. And the way to stop that is to break its shield, which will give your energy back. The thing is, a lot of characters need to use their ultimates to break it, so they need energy, which the enemy rips away from you. What are we doing here? You took the most integral part of the gameplay away with an enemy mechanic. Why? But to be honest, aside from how annoyed I was when I first found the enemy, I did appreciate it existing, because it made me actually play differently for once. The enemy wasn't just a punching bag, I had to counter what it was doing. So what are the ways to counter it? Well, the ones I found were wait out its time on the sidelines so the attack's done. Not optimal, you lose a lot of time. The other is freeze it before it does the attack so you cancel it. Or you can bring in characters that are more built around using their skill for damage and reactions, whose ultimate isn't really needed for breaking the shield. Or you can bring in Mavwika or Skirk, because they both don't lose their ult energy from it. They just ignore the boss's mechanic, as both of their banners are up during this rotation, and the Abyss puffs up Pyro.
Skirk already came out. Whoop, I'm done. I'm GG, bro. I'm GG with that one.
Cryo damage.
It makes sense for Malvika to do that in story sense since he's an Archon. I don't know what the hell Skirk's supposed to be, to be honest. I have no idea, okay? I have no idea.
Kind of feels like you're putting on a strap-on and selling me the lube, doesn't it?
Selling me the...
Here's the problem.
Yep, you know it.
That's that 2 out of these 4 strategies revolve around you gambling. Only 2, because you can still freeze the enemy with a free-to-play team. But for the other ones, if you need the characters that are very good at triggering the reactions with just their skills, you more than likely gotta gamble for them. either for 5 stars like that or constellations on 4 stars to make them actually usable. Mainly that's just the case for the newer 4 stars. Or you can swipe on one of the 2 banners active during this abyss and skip the enemy mechanic entirely. Now, not saying it's impossible.
Like, I swear, I'll be honest, I think them youngins, when they released like the first batch of 4 stars, they had like a board meeting or something. Like, I refuse to believe that they just messing up now. I think they had a board meeting where they said never make 4-star characters this strong again. And after you've seen since then, they either been garbage or they're only good at like E6. And that's it. And I wonder why. Because it's like, that's crazy in my opinion, but okay. Like, just have some good 4 stars.
You're going to have a considerably harder time if you don't. You know, the thing is, the boss was different to engage with, and in any other game, it'd be interesting to take in a different team comp for this challenge, but Genshin, with being a gacha game, makes that difficult because to have a wealth of team comps means you've also needed to engage with the gambling. So it's not like it's a level playing field on a game of what you can use, but ends up being a case of who you have. Ooh. And this ain't the first time Genshin's done it either. Enter the entire Night Soul mechanic, which some bosses interact with a lot, but guess what? Only Natlan characters can do shit when it comes to the Night Soul mechanic. So you gotta...
I think all the mechanics in the game is kind of dumb when it comes to stuff like this. Like, the Night Soul thing is retarded. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. It's retarded. The way the other thing with like sprinting, climbing. Oh, like ride her bike. She uses her Night Soul when you're in the open world. So you're gonna run out. And then, like, but, like, if you get, like, E2 or whatever, you'll run out way less, which means you can use this mechanic to travel around way more, because this game is also, to be honest, a walking simulator. And then, but, we're not going to make it so that you actually can just ride her bike, and when you get into combat, it start using the Night Soul. We're not going to do that. I hate that, bro. I hate it. I'm going to be honest. I just hate it.
They use them for it. Any non-net,
like that's like, I'm just using her as an example, but like that goes for any of them. And then they have the dumb mechanic where it's like, oh, if you're outside of Natland, they lose it even faster. Like, what idiot decided to make this?
Natlan character can't do shit about that. Like this fucking boss. It has an entire mechanic where you need a Natlan character to climb up a pillar to hit these things. Granted, you can, not by design, get by with jumping up certain spots for certain character models or using a Zhongli pillar. But why the fuck did they make this just a Natlan character thing instead of a mechanic of the game normally? Like, yo, climbing's already in the game. You didn't have to make...
That's because they expect you to already spend for the characters, to be honest. Let's be real. They like the mode, the Abyss is literally for people that spend money for you to like 6 stars. Like the new, every Abyss goes according to the banner, because they want you to go and spend money on the banner, get the characters, and then fight it. And then you go, oh, I beat it, I'm so strong. Like, no. You just got a handicap.
Make our characters' upper body strength the equivalent of the people who actually play the game to rip that shit away from us. But they did it that way because they want people to swipe. Granted, they give you free options to help with it, but again, the problem comes back to it being a gacha. Yes, you could use the free options, but they'll be significantly worse than the paid ones. Though aside from that, Genshin has, in the past, in my opinion, felt like a game that valued vertical investment a lot. That's why constellations are so broken. They made it so that you'll be more likely to invest heavily into some characters you love over horizontal progression, because for years, only 2 teams was enough. But now there's a mechanic that you can't use your old vertically invested characters to beat, and instead, you're incentivized to roll for newer ones, which maybe wouldn't be too bad on its own, but the game gives you fuck nothing in terms of pulls, and Natlan has been horrifically bad with the pull economy compared to other patches.
It have? Wait, what? Trial play 80, oh my. Ooh, that's bad. No, it's bad. No, to be honest, Quest is only 460. It's crazy. Spiral Abyss 800. Obviously, that's gonna stay. Imaginary gonna stay the same. Imaginary gives you 1600. Bro, Imaginary is just so boring to me though. That's why I don't play it. Offering 700. Styling Onslaught for 50. Primal codes 316. They only get 360 for codes. It's crazy. Update 600. Yeah, that's always been a thing. Battle Pass 13. Okay. So 110 pull. Dang, you don't even get. So if you do all of this, you don't even get enough to at least do what, like what is it called? Like at least do like a full rotation. Like what's that? Like 160.
And then there's the theater mode which came out recently, and I'm gonna say something controversial. I actually really like playing it.
No, yeah, I hate it.
It gave me whack-ass themes, and I had to think about what was optimal to use for them, instead of these same sequence I've done thousands of times. But the problem of the theater mode is that you need a horizontally invested account to really engage with it. They give you trial units, but they're kind of dog shit, not gonna lie. On normal difficulty, not a problem. The second you go higher, you're going to want to start to gamble for units. And this problem ain't helped by the fact you could really only use characters of a specific element for that rotation. And yes, you do have friend units you could use, but that's only once per season, not run, season. So the game mode on paper is really fun to play, but in practice, a lot of the enjoyment of it comes from a gambling check because it's a gacha. If you don't have a wide array of invested units, you're kinda just fucked. If it was a regular game, this wouldn't be a problem. Now, this does sound like it's coming to the basic problem of you don't have all the characters in the game, therefore game bad. Which is why I want to clear this up. The problem isn't that you don't have all the characters. The problem is that the game is putting very arbitrary checks in gameplay that makes you want or need to gamble more. Like having Natla mechanics old units just can't do. Having the theater mode only let you bring in certain elements aside from all the characters you got. These are tactics to make you pay for more characters. They are making a problem and selling you the solution. If those Natla mechanics could be done by any character, and if you could bring in your normal roster for the theater game mode, these things wouldn't inherently change. They'd remain the same, but Hoyo gets less money doing it that way. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying Genshin needs to become a paid-only game. God no. The fact you get this much content in the game for the price of zero is objectively amazing. Being a gacha helps make that a reality. But this video is about shortcomings in gameplay of gacha games, and Genshin has a lot of shortcomings because of it being a gacha. Like tying new systems or cool shit to something only recent characters you have to swipe for can do. Like how Natlan characters fix the exploration being asked by having their own vehicles they can summon that other characters can't. As it expands, Genshin is getting more interesting.
That they still trying to make trash
enemies and bosses, but to really engage with and have as much fun as you can with that, you need to swipe. Which does always exist in gachas. If you want to use the new fun characters, you gotta pay. But some of them help that by being very generous, and Genshin, God knows, doesn't even come close. The progression of the game and its systems leaves behind players that do not have the units to engage with it, so it ends up being hell for free-to-plays that don't play every day or returning players. It sucks. I think Genshin's becoming more interesting in places I thought it was lacking, like combat and your traversal through the world, but it being a gacha game and having these changes tied intimately to who you have on your account is holding it back. But shifting gears, let's instead talk about a game that's done the opposite of that. Has had its characters go beyond the original scope of the game and make it really part of its identity. Punishing Grey Raven.
Really?
It actually kind of hurts to say this about the game because I still think it's really fucking good, but the game evolved into a weird way where the combat became flashier, but worse to me. When the game first dropped, the characters were more simple in their moveset. The hits weren't any grand spectacle, and you needed to be on point with dodging and parrying.
Yeah, I have that one.
To build towards when it came to their core passive, and the characters felt a bit different in how they approached combat, but as time passed on in the game and the units progressed, it became iframe simulator. A lot of the new frames would have large swaths of times where they couldn't get hit. Like for example, Stigmata's hold left click after you pop her first ult. During all of this, she cannot be hit. Stuff like this, where I'm just attacking and not being able to get hit back, became the norm. There used to be a point where dodging and parrying were big focuses of the game, but as time passed, I just ended up going into a fight, following the rotation, and not really worrying about what the fuck the enemy was doing during that, because it's not like the jackass could hit me anyway. Some bosses circumvented this, like the parry ball, to where if you wanted to be optimal, you needed to, well, parry the ball. But a lot of the ones for Phantom Pain Cage, I just never interacted with and spammed out my invulnerability moves because that's what was optimal. Like on paper, you can still hear why so many people love the game. The character kits are interesting, they feel fairly differently from each other, moves are flashy, bosses are cool, but it gets reduced a lot because I have the power of God protecting the anime waifu whenever she wants to be flashy and look at the camera. So I ended up not caring about what the enemy was doing and just did what guide said was the optimal way to play the character or team. Because even if the boss is popping the fuck off and throwing out some fucking attacks like Rodon, the fuck does it matter when that shit has the lethality of a gust of wind against my character that's spending half the fight invulnerable? So it got to the point where all I did in the fights was just what was optimal on paper. The only thought I really put into the boss was what element they were weak to. And I want to make one thing clear about my thoughts. Rotations inherently are not the problem. Having a set of things you do in combat to be optimal isn't a bad thing. It's just the absence of interacting with the game that gets boring. Like for example, and this may be an extreme example, Final Fantasy XIV. Now, I know what you're going to say, a bit hard to compare the combat when in PGR you only use a couple of buttons for your input, and in Final Fantasy XIV you alternate between your entire fucking keyboard. Which is why I want to say, for the purposes of this example, throw the fucking keyboard out, right? Just imagine when it comes to this game, you're controlling your rotation using a fucking automaton. Just imagine the buttons you gotta press in the game are as boiled down to a simple 1, 2, 3. Even if that was done, the game wouldn't get boring because you still need to interact with the bosses. You still need to know what they're going to be doing in the fight. Even though what you're doing on your end is simple, paying attention to them is what shakes up the combat, especially considering how they all play differently. But if you get to ignore them and hit the enemies in PGR have to be mechanically complicated. I'm just saying the game has progressed from a point to where it doesn't feel like the enemy you fight matters, while in the past, you had to generally think about actually interacting with them. And the big worry is that since the characters you roll for have so far been incredibly flashy and spam out iframes, if the new ones you roll for don't do that, then they will be seen as worse. If they try to reduce it with newer characters, people are going to be mad that the new ones they've released are worse than the older characters, which PGR is unique with, because yes, that does mean people are asking for power creep, but the player base is fine with power creep because you can get every character in the game for free, not even exaggerating. So hearing that,
he's really not. That game is like generous as hell, bro.
Is a little weird from the outside perspective, but
I know
it's the norm for PGR because new units have been consistently power creeping older ones. But each character going more over the top than the last brought us to the current point where bosses don't feel too interactive, which is where I gotta compliment Wuthering Waves, because as of now, I feel like the game doesn't have that. What you aim to do with your characters is like PGR. The kits are interesting and the characters play differently. There's more to combat than just pressing a few buttons and swapping out. But there also isn't the mass and vulnerability spam to you to where you can just ignore the enemy. You need to build what your character is looking to accomplish before you swap them out as you're dodging the enemy. And at the extreme, the hologram endgame mode has the enemies hitting you once and you fucking exploding. So you gotta pay attention, and as you're doing that, you need to make sure you're following the optimal rotation for your character. At its best, you're dodging with the
it's so true, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. We're gonna branch out to a little story time, okay? I played this character right there. I didn't use this thing because I don't have these two characters because I'm poor. But other than that, so what I did was I played it with a different team. I can't remember what team it was. I can't really remember. Bro, them youngins got clapped on a level 30. They got like one touch, they was done. And that was level 30. That wasn't level 100. Like one touch, a couple of touches, they was done. And then when I come back with a different team that I know can actually go against it, they can beat it, then it actually worked out. I actually was able to beat the character.
The boss is throwing at you, and in windows of vulnerability, it has you building whatever resource you need to do on that character. Like putting stacks of Frazzle on the boss with Phoebe, and you're not able to ignore the fight as you spend most of it unable to get hit. Now, that's not to say this system is perfect. After all, some fights and combat events aren't really challenging, so it can make the combat feel very samey when you're not getting pushed. And the team building is pretty lackluster, but it does have the strength of making you, the player, interact with the gameplay. And if the gacha is known for their action, it does that the best. But those are some of the problems being a gacha caused the gameplay. Either the progression of the meta making old content feel boring, having new interesting game modes and enemies invalidate older units, or having the strength of your characters progress in a way to where the original feel for the game is lost. I think that's why people judge the gameplay for the model so harshly. Now, are these problems world-ending? Not really. The games are still fun to play.
Yeah.
Genshin still brings in millions, PGR is still fucking raw as hell, Arknight still keeps the game incredibly fresh, even with power creep. FGO, you play it for the story.
We don't talk about that
more importantly, if you enjoy these games, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, fixing some of these problems is complicated. Like, if you wanted to preserve old content, then you need to restrict what players can bring into it, which would piss people off. And in the case of PGR, I don't even know how the fuck you would fix that. Only way is to just not get into that position at all. A big thing is that to fix some of these problems,
who's that character? I've never seen that character.
Stop being a gacha, which would be considerably worse, as that monetization model enables these games to have large number of players able to enjoy it for free. So in a sense, it's sorta a necessary evil. On one hand, are these criticisms correct? I'd say yeah. On the other, would the game be able to support this many free players with a different live service model? Probably not. Like, I'm willing to bet 70% or so of the people who are going to watch this video are either free to play or don't really spend much in these games. And to fix some problems, adopting a model of game that isolates 70% of people, like becoming subscription-based or expansion-based, is considerably fucking worse than dealing with the problems. So that's why I want to say some of them are avoidable, others were primarily done by greed, and some are inevitable. But it's part of the reason why gachas ain't known for their gameplay compared to other genres. Instead, they're known for the speedrun categories of how fast you can max out a credit card.
He ain't lying. He really ain't lying. Gambling speedrun. Emergency Watt purges gambling stream before I go to Tanakon. I don't know what that is. But anyway, to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. W video from this man, bro. We gotta hit that like Tasani, whatever it's called. W video. Like I ain't gonna lie. That was heat in my opinion. Like I love it so much. Bro, some of the things in here is kind of funny though. I ain't gonna lie. But at the end of the day, I agree with him. I'll be honest. I agree with him because it's like all gacha games. If you ever played a gacha game, you would know that all gacha games evolve around the gacha aspect of the game. That's literally how they work. That's just how it works. But at the end of the day, I see y'all guys in the next video. I see y'all guys later. You gotta like, comment, subscribe, all that. You know, it's sweet. Y'all heard me. But anyway, I see y'all guys later. Peace out and follow me on Twitch. That was the second video. That was another video. But I don't know what the hell that meant. But anyway, to be honest, I kind of want to. Oh my gosh. I want to try out Arctics, but at the same time, I don't. You know? Like, I want to, but then it's like, at the same time, it's like, but at the same time, it's like, but at the same time, it's like, maybe, probably. But anyway. Other than that, let's go back over here. So let's see what we got next. That we gotta react to. Let's move that over there. Oh, I've done all my gacha ones for today. We may do it. We may watch a CJ video, to be honest. Like CJ's so cool. CJ the champ. Like his videos be banging, bro. Be busting all over the place. It's crazy, man. Actually, to be honest, I kind of want to watch this Evil Morty entire history explained, but then I may do that on my own type thing. I'll be honest with you. Rick entire story explained, but I don't know what I want to really. Wow. God tier turn-based gacha game. What the hell is this? God tier turn-based gacha games. Let's watch this. Let's watch this God tier turn-based gacha games. Anyway, let's see. Where we at? Run it up. That's where we ball out. All right, let's see. God tier turn-based gacha games. What turn-based gacha game God tier that I'm seeing today?
It's a turn-based RPG that tries to stand out by copying a lot of features from Honkai Star Rail. The battles are actually solid because obviously
we need more games, gang. We need more games, gang.
Shared skill point system that makes you think carefully about who gets to act and when. It's kind of nice actually playing this game because even though it is very similar to Honkai Star Rail, the fights are actually pretty solid. Like they are pretty challenging and rewarding. And not to mention the character design in this game is phenomenal.
It really is,
animation, the visuals, they are top notch. Really high quality to my surprise. And this game is not made for kids. This game is dark, there is war, there is killing, there is
this is not made for kids, but like, bro, let's be real, most things in there, that is Dong Hunger. I've ever seen him. I'm sorry, excuse me. But anyway, to be honest, I kinda want to see something. Before we do this. Let's see, Mr. What's the last thing this man did? What? Survived 100 days trapped in a private jet? Alright, we gotta watch it. I just bought this luxurious private jet, and if this pilot can spend 100. Hold on, Mr. Beast. Hold on. We gotta start this up. The right way. You heard me? Anyway. Alright, so we about to watch a Mr. Beast video. Oh my god, surprisingly, I know. But anyway, let's go right to it. I just bought this luxurious private jet, and if this pilot can spend 100 days trapped inside. 100 days in a jet should be ease, bro. I could easily do that. He keeps it. What? No joke, I spent $2.5 million on this private jet. And that's 2.5 million? Once you step inside, the 100 days will begin. Oh my god. And now that hour one of this 100-day challenge has started, I say we kick things off by taking him for a spin. Let's go. Let's take it for a spin. We're about to find out if he's a real pilot. What do you mean? Woohoo! If Armando stays on this plane for the next 100 days, it will forever be his to fly anywhere he wants all around the world. 100 days living in this thing? No. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. If I got that, like if I had that, I would just sell it. Problem. That was a smooth ride. This thing is nice. Let's see if the landing's smooth. What a great flight. That was awesome. You're now 2 hours into your 100-day challenge. But if any part of your body touches the ground outside this plane, the video ends and you lose this private jet. Don't touch the ground. Good luck. See you when I see you. Let's see if Armando can win this private jet.
What do I do now? This is my usual office, and here is the dining room. And allow me to show you the bedroom. This is where I will sleep, apparently, for the next 3 months. I don't have a real
I'm gonna be honest, that's probably more comfier than my bed, bro.
kitchen. Got a microwave and a airline cart full of canned meats. I don't have a shower. That's gonna be a challenging part.
And he is not wrong, because even though this jet is a world-class vehicle, it's not built for a person to live in. So over the next 100 days, it is going to get a lot more difficult.
The walls are starting to cave in. This is what prison is like. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Sunshine makes me happy. I'm missing my family.
Well, that's not good. We're falling out of the sky.
I am ready to be done with this. It's night 1. I don't have a bed. The best option might be the chair. Good night. This is gonna be my own private jet.
Bro, just sleep on a couch. What you acting like he never slept on a couch before?
It is day 2. You would think this is a comfortable jet. It is not that comfortable to sleep in.
It's day 2.
Bro, I don't believe it. 2.5 million?
What better way to kickstart this video than to use his private jet for our personal gain? Yeah! Me and the boys got to thinking. You wanna fly us to a hockey game in New York?
Let's do it.
You can come, bro. We got you a ticket.
This is not a trick.
If you get off the plane, you lose, but you can still go to the game.
Well, we'll see.
And take us to the hockey game he did. But once we did land,
Thanks for the flight.
I wish I was going to a hockey game. I just have to stay inside.
I wonder what Armando's doing right now.
Plane yoga? Yeah.
using the jet just to go to a hockey game was so fun that the next day, the boys and I had another trip in mind.
Do you mind taking us to Miami, Florida?
100%.
And that's the beauty of owning this private jet, because we can literally fly wherever we want.
All right, team, welcome to Miami.
Let's go have fun, boys.
See you later. I love the fact that they are using a jet. I wish I could talk to my wife, my daughter. I miss them so much.
Wait, so why don't he let them get their phone? I see it make it a little bit easier, right? Because like, let's be real. If they had their phones, they'd just be on TikTok scrolling, doom scrolling all day for the 100 days.
But I still got 96 days of this challenge to go. Hope I can make it. This is my first day just hanging out in the hangar. I gotta get in a routine.
And so over the next few days, Armando would exercise,
Crab walk. Oh, that's more work than I thought it was gonna be.
make his meals in the microwave,
Mixed vegetables for the morning.
clean himself without a shower,
The only way I have to clean myself is with dude wipes. Make sure we're clean. The pitties.
and try to find any place to sleep.
My bed is a bust. Couch really messed up my neck. This is the only place in this airplane that I can fully stretch out.
But even that wasn't enough to make Armando comfortable.
I cannot stare at these four walls. We gotta fly this airplane.
And the following morning, that's exactly what he did.
Never have I gotten the keys to a jet, go wherever I want. We're going to Niagara Falls, gonna go see them from the air. That is so awesome.
Tell me that's not the coolest thing you've ever seen.
We are
That's how
at
it looks?
4,000 feet.
Over Niagara Falls.
No jets ever get to do this. Hawker
Wait, so how the hell is he able to do this?
is a 2-pilot airplane. Got great co-captain is here with me.
The best office in the world. It is the best office.
But unlike Armando, his co-pilot can actually leave the private jet.
The end of my universe is right there.
And even though he couldn't leave those steps, come day 10, I devised a little loophole to change that. Ah!
Jimmy!
I screamed and you didn't even stop the door?
Yeah.
What's life been like the last 10 days?
Jimmy, there's no shower, no bed, there's no real kitchen. Overall, pretty good.
That's not where I thought he was heading with that sentence. But I may just have a solution for you. Every 10 days, I'm gonna present you an offer on this private jet. And your day 10 offer is a choice. You can choose between receiving these coordinates, which will lead you to a runway with $50,000 in cash on it, or Alpha, bring in the goods. I hook up a shower to your private jet. And before
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm taking the 50K.
you make your decision, I feel
Taking
like I
the
should at least
50K.
let you see the shower. And because it would obviously be an extension of your jet, you will not be eliminated if you enter that room.
Ooh, that's like a real shower.
And even though you don't need it, it comes with shampoo.
Yeah, it's not only that it's a shower, this is space. I can stand up. This is amazing.
It's time to make a decision. A shower for 90 days or $50,000 in cash. Which do you want?
Bro, take the 50.
Showers for 90 days would be great. I'm going for the cash.
Whoa, what?
Let's
my
go.
Gosh.
I'm meant to fly. The airplane's meant to fly. Let's take it.
I can't believe he said no to the shower. Have fun retrieving the 50 grand.
I can't wait.
And now that I think about it, with this specific pilot, I guess shampoo wasn't really an enticing offer after all.
Someone is going to meet us at these coordinates with $50,000 in cash.
Which, on top of his $2.5 million jet, could potentially make Armando the highest paid winner in the history of the Mr. Beast channel.
$50,000 for not showering. No brainer. My biggest problem tonight is where am I going to put $50,000 so now I can actually take my family places. I can go to sleep with the sweet smell of money tonight. My weirdest task of this challenge so far is how to reorganize all this cash into as few cases as possible so they don't take up room in my airplane. I feel like the Wolf of Wall Street. I might just sleep on money.
50 grand might have helped his bed situation, but it created a whole new problem in Armando's head.
What on earth would I do with this thing if I actually got the keys to it? Do I sell it?
Sell it. Sell it.
Would I keep it?
Owning this jet would be a dream come true for a pilot like Armando, but there's one huge problem.
I just did a little bit of math. After the challenge, if I own this airplane for 3 months, that's going to be $8,000 for a hangar, $10,000 in insurance, $30,000 in maintenance.
Obviously, the cost of owning a private jet can really add up, which is why throughout this video, he has a chance to win up to an extra $1 million on top of this $2.5 million jet in prizes and money. So if he does end up winning, he can actually afford to keep it and make his family's dreams come true.
I can't help but picture my family and friends in this airplane having just the best time going to some destination. I can picture it. Looks like I'm gonna have to win a lot more money from Jimmy. I can't help but think that military service helped me prepare for this. Always started with being excited and being happy to be there. Then you get into your groove, and then you hate your life and all your life choices. And then you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a fortnight.
2 weeks into this challenge, and Armando is trying to remain optimistic.
That's a great meal. I'm treating myself to a Feastable. This is how I'm keeping track of all my chores. Here's the things that I haven't done today, and I just move them over as the day goes along.
But even with a good attitude, he still might not make it 100 days because of his horrible sleep situation.
I can't figure out how to sleep without something hurting. It goes down and up and down and up. It's the first day that my body is not happy with me. My workout was weak, my stomach feels icky.
Is he too big for the couch? Like bro, like I say the couch.
I don't know that I got a great night's sleep. Tried the couch again last night. It was a miserable failure. That middle one. That's how I'm feeling today. I'm really curious what he's gonna offer tomorrow, but I need a bed.
I had the perfect offer for Armando, but since I was filming a video where I was giving away 1 million meals, he had to come to me.
Here we go.
And to thank him for the flight, I brought Armando a special meal of his own. Since we're in Philadelphia, we got you some Philly cheesesteaks. How long is the flight to North Carolina?
48 minutes.
Oh, that's it? Yo, a private jet is awesome. Tomorrow is day 20.
Time flies.
All right, let's get out.
All right, let's go.
Normally, my offer would come on day 20, but in order to fully appreciate it, I'm giving Armando the opportunity to sleep on it. Your day 20 offer is this custom-made inflatable bed specifically for this plane, or I give you coordinates to a mystery crate hidden somewhere across the world. And hidden inside that crate could be anything. Could be $250,000, could be a Tesla, it could be worth more than the jet itself.
Oh, man.
I'll see you tomorrow for your decision. And so I left Armando for the night, thinking he would try out the bed. But I didn't expect him to share his bed with a cheesesteak sandwich. He must really need some sleep.
Thanks for the follow.
That was the first night that I've slept comfortably on this airplane.
Let's see if he chooses this inflatable
I
bed.
appreciate it.
Or
I like
the
it.
mystery gift, which is
What's
actually
up?
worth $250,000. Knock, knock.
I got a woman to add.
Anyone in
Really?
here?
What the
Come
hell?
in. Welcome aboard.
I'll be honest. I don't know. I do not know how to change the ad thing sometimes.
Please come into my living room, dining room, and bedroom.
Be honest. How was the night's sleep?
It was like sleeping on little baby.
I still feel like he could just like, you know, use the couch. I mean, I slept on the couch before. It don't hurt that much. It don't hurt that much. I also slept on the floor before multiple times. But how you doing, Draco? Though? How you doing?
Having this bed increases the probability you make it 100 days.
I know with this,
Hell
my
yeah.
body can make it 100 days.
On the other side, though, at a random set of coordinates hidden anywhere on this planet is the mystery box.
This is something I can feel right now. I can't fly this airplane without getting a good night's sleep.
Would you prefer this inflatable bed?
You know, all right, we good now? All right, bet. What's up? How you doing today? You doing good? Second thing, I mean, would a bed actually be worth it that much? I think I just stuck it out. I'll be honest, I just stuck it out. Chilling. What about you? Chilling, just same, just reacting today.
Or
it's a reaction day right now.
Ginormous mystery gift.
I'm in it for the long run. I am going to choose the bed to make it 100 days. Yeah.
Really? The mystery gift was a Lamborghini.
Bro, oh my gosh. This is why he should have just went with the crate, bro. Like a Lambo for maybe a broken back after the end of this. I take it. You do music reactions too? Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't dream of Lamborghinis tonight.
Yeah, I'll count them in my sleep.
Can't believe he just turned that down. Carl, he declined the Lamborghini.
Okay, his loss.
Turn down a Lamborghini, whatever, it's cool. I got a bed.
I got some songs for you for real bad.
Changer. With this, my body can make it another 80 days.
Thanks to the bed, Armando is thriving.
Bro, I feel like my eye is on the final prize, which is owning this jet. I want to learn about my airplane. Only about 2,000 pages.
But this is still an endurance challenge, and it's about to get way more difficult. Beautiful day flying. Armando, how you doing?
I would love to take the airplane somewhere.
Interesting. But what if I told you for the rest of this challenge, you can't fly unless I say so? But you'll need to keep practicing, because later in this video, you'll face the greatest challenge in your piloting career. So I'd start practicing if I were you. Good luck.
I can't wait.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like okay, but like if he hurting real bad and all that, it'd probably be worse for him to fly. Isn't that a risk? Like that's a hazard right there. Like you want your pilot to be resting and all that.
Let's do this. I practice.
What kind of songs you got though?
In here, putting in the routes, our takeoff speeds, climb speeds, emergency speeds, performance numbers, just part of professional flying. This morning,
I don't know how they do any of that. I'm gonna be honest. Oh my gosh.
I woke up and I started dreaming about all my dream places that I want to go.
And while these practice flights may have been a great way to spend his
Bloodhound 50Q, Bloody Murray. You know, the funny thing is, I think I actually listened to that. I know I listened to Bloodhound. I don't know if I listened to Bloody Murray or not though.
Time, Armando couldn't resist making it all about food.
New Orleans is one of those places that I want to go to. Creole food and some beignets. There's a lot of good cuisine. Charleston seafood. I am very much partial to New York pizza. Flying to Key West. Cuban sandwich and some empanadas. What about barbecue today?
And it's no wonder he's fantasizing about food when this is what he's been eating for almost a month now.
I will not lie. It smells like cat food for 100 days.
No one said this challenge was going to be easy.
It's been 30 days since he started living on this plane. We have a very special offer.
So do we not have a mic? Not a microwave.
Hi guys, come on down.
I think most private jets. I don't think private jets have a stove on it. That kind of be weird, huh?
Do you recognize this?
I do.
It's a galley cart full of food. The exact same food you've been eating the last 30 days. Since you only have 24 hours of food left, I brought you enough food to resupply you till the end of the video.
Okay.
But before we restock your jet with enough food for the next 70 days, I have an offer for you.
Okay.
You can turn down the canned chicken and tuna that you've been eating in exchange for a phone that has DoorDash installed that you can use whenever to order whatever you want. Oh. Obviously, the phone only has the DoorDash app, no call or text. But the catch is, if you choose DoorDash, you have to let whatever's in this mystery box live with you in the jet for 24 hours. That's an entire day, sharing this tiny space with something.
Well, I mean, what really bad can he put in there, right? It's not like he's gonna let a loose snake go around.
Horrible. Don't open it. Don't open it. Things are breathing in there. Yeah.
Well, I did do 22 years in the military. I feel like I could probably handle myself. I don't know if this is gonna surprise anybody, but I'm gonna pick the DoorDash.
Really? Yeah. Okay. When you open this, whatever's inside of here is stuck with you for the next 24 hours.
24 hours.
All right, here, give it a bang test. No, harder.
Do snakes get violent when you do that?
3,
Oh my God.
2, 1, open it! It's real! You're stuck with Nolan. Have fun, Nolan. Try not to annoy him too much.
Like I said, that makes sense. Cause like he ain't gonna put a live animal, right? Cause then they would have to rush in just in case something happened. That's a lawsuit, bro.
But
why would I ever be annoying?
I'm super excited about this. I have not had like human interaction, really.
Armando hasn't had much personal connections over the last 30 days, and Nolan hasn't had any in 26 years.
What if I just start smashing things?
I'm gonna press buttons.
What did you do? Armando, stop letting him press buttons.
Self-destruct.
I can't. I need to leave.
No Nolan in the cockpit.
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this.
Ooh, tacos. I guess if you're starving for attention and gourmet food,
DoorDash. That smells amazing.
this isn't the worst punishment.
I don't know why you've been complaining about the food.
This guy. Way better than canned chicken. I feel like it's gonna be a fun night.
Let's see who the real pilot is.
Oh man.
I am the pilot now. Jimmy didn't say what you could order or how much money you could spend on DoorDash.
I just wanted tacos.
Tacos, and we're gonna buy a lot of things from a lot of stores.
So the next day when I returned, I was in for a pretty big surprise.
Nolan! What the heck?
Come check it out.
I had no idea, but Nolan and Armando had used DoorDash to order so much insane stuff just to decorate the jet.
All this was available on DoorDash? Yeah.
How would you feel if we were stuck in a jet for 100 days together? We could win. We could definitely win that. The hell? Like, that'd be ease. That's ease. That's slight work.
This is cool and all. I kinda needed the jet to fly me today.
Are you saying we gotta get rid of the tree and
I'm
stuff?
saying we gotta get rid of everything. Armando, we gotta take some stuff off. We had to clean out the plane so it would be safe to fly. But it was worth it. Since where I was going, we were about to make a much bigger mess while shooting another video.
Oh, that's when he did that
While we
video?
were blowing up stuff, Nolan and Armando were still back in the jet.
Now that Jimmy's gone, we have a couple hours.
We do.
I think we fly somewhere.
Okay. It's a beautiful flight down to Florida today.
I'm down for that.
And they actually did fly down to the Florida Keys, which I just found out when I watched this video, literally right now.
That's the end of my 24-hour period on the jet.
Shut it.
Thank you for flying me to the Florida Keys.
Get out of here.
And he did get out of here
I'll bring souvenirs.
for the entire day. And when they flew back to Georgia to pick us up, I had no idea that they had ever left.
45 minutes home. Let's go.
Now that Armando was alone in the hangar, the very first thing he did was bust out DoorDash to order more food.
I could have almost anything. I'm gonna do some bao buns for dinner. This is gonna be so much better than canned tuna.
What are those?
I'm ordering pasta. This is gonna be a good one. I can eat fresh fruit and vegetables whenever I want.
But soon, Armando started using the app for more than just food.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Cleaning supplies.
This is a vacuum cleaner.
Smart man right there. Because DoorDash don't only give you regular stuff. They don't give you food now. They got regular stuff on it.
Oh yes, this is amazing. You can order almost anything. I get some resistance bands. Having DoorDash has been a game changer. I finally feel like I've nested. I've made this place my home. I feel at peace.
But Armando soon realized that there's one thing you just can't DoorDash.
I would love the chance to take this airplane all the way across the world with my family. I have a lot of great adventures. I've been to 70 countries, climbed Kilimanjaro, raced motorcycles, flown all kinds of airplanes, and met some of the best people in the world. I want to take my beautiful wife and daughter with me all around the world in this private jet. Probably the biggest thing now that I have a bed and DoorDash and I can order anything, I'm still alone. When Jimmy and the team come on board and we get to go somewhere, those are the only times that I really get to have fun in here.
It made sense that he was getting lonely. You see, every video.
See, he always get them extroverts, bro. That's what it is. If he was, he'd be chilling. He'd be chilling until at least day 50. Day 50, that's when they start to kick in, right?
Where a contestant stays for a long time, eventually the isolation starts to eat at them. And that's why when Armando had finally made it 40 days on a private jet, I wanted him to have some company. But I was deep in the jungle exploring ancient temples. So I sent Carl and Chandler to help cheer him up.
We have a really cool offer for you. A vacation with me and Chandler for $50,000.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh.
$25,000.
No.
$10,000.
I don't think so.
All right, how about $1?
For $1?
Take the deal.
Take the deal.
Here's your shirt. Welcome.
All right, where are we going, fellas?
Let's open up the door. Check it out.
This is, anticlimactic.
Woo! You're gonna have the time of your life, don't
Imagine he would have said yeah to that. Bro, he would have been done.
worry.
Look at this strong guy.
Yeah, a little fruit platter, huh? Yee! I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how can this vacation get better? Let's open the door. Projector system.
I love this. Let's do a movie. This night would have been worth $50K. I had a great time.
The hell are they watching? Oh, I forgot the name of it.
Recovering from a party.
A lot of times, the day after a check-in is the hardest because on check-in days, you have a lot of activity, you get to see people, you get to talk to people. Today, I'm kind of coming down from all that, just here by myself with my thoughts. This stretch is a test. No flying, staring at the walls. I don't think...
I mean, but he got what? He got like 40 days left. Bro, that's a month and 10 days. Like, you can knock it out.
This challenge is gonna get easier. The biggest thing is gonna be keeping my mind busy. So I came up with a routine. I sit up on the flight deck every day and I practice a flight all day long.
By the way, it say day 43, by the way, guys.
Checklist complete.
But Armando found that indulging in flights of fancy only caused him to think about what he was really missing.
I have this little doll of my daughter. Everywhere I go, even if there's turbulence, she's just happy and dancing. I wonder if she misses me. This morning I woke up just thinking about like family. Like I miss them. I want to go see them.
Bruh, you letting your family hold you back. They gonna be there afterwards. You about to win 2.5 million jet that you can have and take them places or just sell. You about to win more of like $1 million so that way you can keep the jet. You don't gotta worry about expenses on that, or you can use $1 million for other things. Like you, like bro, if I was, bro, I ain't gonna lie, if I was away, I'm like, bro, if you quit, we gone.
I just want to cuddle with
Make
my
that
wife.
man stay.
My weak point is my family.
Bruh.
They deserve
Bruh, he been too weak right now, man.
to know how I'm doing. Just want a hug. I'll take a hug. Coming up on halfway through the challenge, almost day 50. I regret not being there for my family. I cannot believe that I have not stepped foot off this airplane.
It's day 50. Let's see how our boy's doing. Armando!
I thought you forgot about me.
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh my gosh.
How's the first 50 days of the challenge been?
I don't know what's going on in the outside world. I haven't seen anybody but you guys. I miss my family. This is the longest I've ever gone
Jimmy, like, that's why we get the ones with the family.
without seeing them, without talking to them.
What if we made a phone call?
Ooh, I would love a phone call.
10K gone now.
Oh my
Let's go.
gosh. I'm already tearing up. Babe. Babe.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I miss you.
Oh, I miss you so much, baby.
Oh.
Your husband is now halfway done with the jet challenge. You know, if he potentially flew into your airport, would you meet him there and hang out with him tonight?
100%, yes.
Yeah, I'm all like, let's get this airplane ready. As soon as I see them, I need to make sure I do not run off the airplane. I cannot wait for that first hug. There better be a marching band when we pull in. This is gonna be a tearjerker.
Maddie, look. I see him waving.
Aww. Oh my God. I just can't wait for my kid to run into my arms.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, baby, hi.
I ain't gonna lie. Jimmy knew he was done with this, bro.
Welcome home. Welcome to my
He
house.
think he's late.
Well, okay.
Festivals.
I haven't showered since the day I left the house.
Oh, this is so cute. You know, just having a little jet picnic.
It was clear that seeing his family gave Armando a much-needed boost of energy, and he savored every moment he could.
I can't believe I'm here.
But unfortunately, these moments are always fleeting.
It's a little surreal to be back in
He's
the
stinky,
hangar after
yo.
having
He's
a day
stinky.
with my family. Now they're just like forefront in my mind for the next 50 days. That could make it harder to make it the rest of the challenge.
But
that's why
being
he
away
did
from
it.
his family wasn't the only thing weighing on Armando.
The walls are starting to cave in a little bit. It's starting to feel real tight in here. A little claustrophobic. Ow. Oh, godly. Not a whole lot of room in a private jet. This is what prison is like. There's only 4 more offers before day 100. I think Jimmy's gonna make me an offer between extra space or maybe some extra money. Extra space. That would be really nice, but I'd have to think about it because I need like over $100,000 just to fly it and house it.
How's it going?
It's always good to see you.
Can I have you at the door, sir?
Absolutely.
What do you think the offer is?
I think it's gonna be space related.
not space.
Like we're gonna take this to space?
Nah, like, I think you're gonna offer me more space.
That is correct. For day
I ain't gonna
60
lie. I ain't gonna lie. His face, like when he said space, Jimmy's face like, what do you think? I don't got that much money now.
Carl, bring it on in!
Coming. Hello.
Wow.
I am offering you an entire gym.
Trampoline.
Oh, man.
Everything you can possibly need is on this platform.
Holy moly.
Come on over, yeah? Whoa, don't fall! How does it feel to be standing outside of the jet?
It actually feels amazing.
This is designed like the jet. It is currently touching the jet, so it is a part of the jet.
I could sleep out here.
You can open the door and get fresh air out here.
Oh my gosh.
And you can have all of this for the measly price of $50,000.
50K?
The same 50 grand you won on day 10. That same money you've been saying you need to maintain this jet.
The only thing I needed was space. But for 50K?
The only thing I need is a yes or a no.
I like that. Let's go.
50 grand coming back to me, or 50 grand staying in your pocket, but you're trapped in a jet. 10, 9, 8,
I'm gonna be honest, thug it out, gang.
start counting. 7, 6, we need an answer. 5, 4.
I'll take the space.
Whoa!
Really?
No takesy backsies. This space is now yours. But before you enjoy it, I kind of need a flight to New York.
Let's go to New York.
Before you can enjoy his new space, Armando had to fly me and my fiance Tia to the biggest indoor ski slope in America, and then Florida for a
hell was that
project by
video?
Chef Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, okay, I
Let's
know.
get back home.
Let's go home.
But now it was finally time for Armando to try his new space.
I'm actually getting to spend some time in what I'm calling the yard. This is amazing.
Look at my kingdom. I just sit out here, have coffee.
The extra room also made his workouts much easier.
I was struggling to walk a mile per day. I just walked 3.5 miles in under an hour.
Because I'm focusing on my mind, my body, and getting to 100.
It's basically like having a playground attached to this airplane.
It's a feastable kind of day.
It is actually like an upscale European chocolate. Tastes really great.
Feastables chocolate is made with simple, high-quality ingredients and
Here you go.
ethically sourced. Go
Here
get
you go.
Feastables at Walmart right now and help us end child labor in the chocolate
they at
industry
Walmart?
by eating Feastables. Armando was so
I
happy
didn't know that.
about his new space that he was spending almost all of his time out there.
I can't wait to see what Jimmy has for tomorrow.
But what Armando didn't know was that I wasn't going to visit on day 70, because when I checked in and saw how much better Armando was doing, I worried we might have made things a little too easy.
Haven't heard from Jimmy. Haven't had a check-in. Day 71.
Hours
Yeah,
and
they're
hours
right.
going by.
Day 72.
To
No
be
check-in
honest.
from Jimmy. 73. Haven't heard from Jimmy.
Oh, damn,
It's
I never
day
had him.
74. Starting to think he forgot about me.
When I started this challenge, I thought the challenge was gonna be flying all over the country. However, it's not.
And even
But I mean, Mr. Beast, if you put me on like one of the things, you know, like they'd probably be the best thing they ever had, you know.
though the yard had improved Armando's quality of life, it couldn't give him what he needed the most: connection.
Imagine being by yourself and not talking to anybody for 100 days. That's probably
I've done that before. I'm straight, bro.
the biggest challenge is just the isolation. Goodbye, fellow Hawker Jet. I wish I was you, flying away. I don't know what Jimmy's gonna offer me. I just hope it involves flying.
It's day 80. Sorry, I missed day 70. I was taking my fiance on dates.
Hi, guys.
In 20 days, assuming you don't touch the floor, you'll be a free man with a $2.5 million jet.
I can't wait. Dream flights with my family, with my friends.
Those dream flights probably cost money. You know, fuel on a PJ is expensive. For day 80, would you like a chance to win some money?
Are you offering?
Give me 1 second. You guys just talk to him. We don't know what he's doing. For your day 80
We don't know
offer,
what he's doing.
I have 10 cards. And remember on day 30 where you got the DoorDash phone?
Yes, I do.
We're about to put it to good use. Because on each of these 10 cards, there are coordinates to airports scattered across the entire country. You must fly this jet to each city. And when you get there, order an item on DoorDash. No matter what obstacles you run into, you must collect all 10 items and be back in North Carolina by day 90. And if you can, me and DoorDash will give you $50,000 in cash.
Whoa.
Airport number 1's in Ohio. Good luck.
I was worried about.
I'll be honest, that should be easy though. Like I say, he could knock that out in like 2 weeks, like half of the time. No, well, he got what, today 90. He could knock it out in about like 5 days. To be honest, like day 85.
How am I gonna fly this airplane once I win it? So this money is the difference between making everyone's dreams come true or letting everyone down.
Jimmy gave me 10 days to get 10 items. We have planned 8 days to get 10 items.
Because losing this challenge is not an option.
I'm in Cleveland. I gotta DoorDash a power bank.
First item, Cleveland power bank. Order complete.
Armando spent the night in Cleveland and decided to plan ahead for his stop in Charlotte.
I know exactly what airport I'm going to. I know what address. I know what time I'm going to be there. With DoorDash and DashPass, I can schedule a delivery, and I am getting item number 2 in Charlotte.
We're pretty cool to be coming home to Charlotte.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you very much. Next stop, Providence, Rhode Island.
I totally got this.
Armando is gaining confidence, and he knocked out the next 3 deliveries.
That $50,000, good as mine.
And then this happened.
Uh-oh, what's that? Well, that's not good.
It's falling apart. All right, we're taking her down.
And due to maintenance, Armando was forced to spend the night in Denver.
These little maintenance issues are starting to come up.
One of our main gear struts was low. Luckily, we found a mechanic to come out and take care of it.
We are headed to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Yellowstone National Park to pick up a board game.
Armando thought that the obstacles were behind him, but the issue wasn't maintenance anymore, it was weather.
Supposed to go to Portland, Oregon. The weather's not looking great. I think we're gonna divert to Idaho.
I am losing one of my 10 days to weather. There is $50,000 on the line. I can't lose another day.
It is what it is.
All right, we just took off from Driggs, Idaho. Now we're headed to Portland, Oregon to pick up camping utensils.
I have acquired 7 of the 10 items on the scavenger hunt all over the country. I've got 3 left with only 3 days to go. I have absolutely 0 margin for error right now.
That is amazing.
I need money to operate this thing once I win it.
It looks like I'm gonna get back to Jimmy on day 10.
I just landed in Tampa, Florida. This is my last item, a Bluetooth speaker. I just ordered it, and it's gonna be here in 15 minutes. This is my last item. This is $50,000. Thank you very much. 10 items, 10 cities, last one, Tampa, Florida.
It is day 10, and we are headed back to the home hangar.
Only 10 more days until this jet is mine.
That's pretty awesome.
Armando!
He's like, I don't care. He ain't gonna be behind.
$50,000. Give it to him, boys. All right, throw the items in here. Camping utensils.
Had no idea what you meant by that.
And not only did DoorDash give him $50,000, but they're also giving the chance for 10 of you to win $10,000 for scanning this QR code and signing up for DoorDash right now. If you don't have DoorDash on your phone, you're literally living life on hard mode. It's super easy, and while you're at it, you might as well sign up
I ain't gonna lie. I used the other ones.
for DashPass for exclusive deals and discounts. Scan the QR code, download it now. Thank you, DoorDash. Back to this challenge, though. On day 100, obviously, you'll win this $2.5 million jet, a bunch of money, it'll be great. But at the same time, I'm also gonna offer you enough money so that you can fly this jet as much as you want. But in order to win it, you'll have to compete in another 100-day video on this jet. Another 100 days on this plane for $500,000.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, luckily you'll have 10 days to think about it.
On day 100, will I keep going for another 100 days for $500,000? I don't know. Big decision.
Armando survived.
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't do it. I mean, cause like that's more money, but at the same time, to be honest, my goal was to sell the jet, so I wouldn't care.
The first 90 days on this jet. But the decision to possibly remain another 100 days became more difficult the more he thought about it.
I've got pretty much everything that I need. I've got decorations, I've got a bed. Getting DoorDash was a game changer. I miss my family, but I don't have to worry about them because they've got a really good support network. If I had taken all of Jimmy's offers, I would have $100,000, a Lamborghini, and a private jet. But $500,000, that pays for everything. I was almost at the end of this. If I were to sell it, I'd get $2.5 million for this jet, but getting another $500,000 for another 100 days, I could actually keep the jet for longer than a couple months and fly it to all the places I want to go. Maybe around the world.
Italy, Croatia.
100 days, take the jet, go home.
Martha's Vineyard or Miami.
Could stay an extra 100 days for $500,000.
He's not gonna do it.
It's a lot of money.
The video ain't long enough.
Do I need it? I don't know. Might be a game changer.
Mexico City, Buenos Aires, Santiago, and Japan.
Another 100 days for $500,000.
Another 100 days from your family.
Another 100 days on this plane for $500,000.
It is the morning of day 100. Still haven't made my decision.
How you feeling? I made it! There's still technically 10 minutes left. Don't step off. Can we spend the last few minutes in the cockpit? Let's do it. Yeah, I just realized I've never actually sat in the cockpit.
Bruh.
All right. Welcome to the business end of the private jet. Do you remember what I asked you on day 90?
I do. I've thought about it a lot.
Good. But before you tell me your choice, bring them out, Tariq.
Come on, babe, we did this.
Bro, he is evil for that. Because if he say yes to the 100 days extra, they gonna be devastated. Mr. Beast is a wild man, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Here's the
It's
thing.
evil for that.
Your family has no idea about the second offer. The next 100 days for $500,000.
I heard $500,000 just now.
Enough money where you can fly this wherever you want, whenever you want. You can fly them around. Yo, they're yelling at you.
No, say no. Whatever it is, say no.
Oh, she heard us. She said whatever it is, no.
I've been through enough.
Okay, well, that might make it a little harder on you. Armando, I need you to come to the back.
He better not stay on that jet.
Yes or no? Do you want to do another 100 days? If Armando steps off this jet right now, he'll end the video and walk away with the largest prize we've ever given away on this channel. But if he stays on, he's signing up to be in a new video where he'll compete for an additional $500,000. The past...
I'm gonna be honest. Bro, just get off. Like it's an easy strat. Get the money, get the thing, take the trips you want to take, and then sell it. Done. It's in the Mr. Beast video. It's probably gonna sell for even more than 2.5, to be honest.
100 days have all come down to this final decision.
Smart man.
This is the deed to the private jet. It's officially in your family's name.
We own a private jet!
Where are we going?
Orlando!
Turn on notifications so you don't miss a video ever again. I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, guys, turn on notifications. Let's go. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. W Mr. Beast video, bro. Man, videos will always be crazy. But yeah, W vid for Mr. Beast though. I ain't gonna cap. Like at the end of the day, I think I could snuff that joint out. 200 days is kind of crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. Even I would start going psycho at that point. But like at the end of the day, find a recreate winner 10,000 is crazy. But other than that, W video. By the way, like for the video for YouTube, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. Like, what's up? Come on, bro. Like, anyway, oh my gosh, I hit my temple. That kind of hurt actually. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Yeah, so no, I really did hit my temple. Whatever this part is, I hit that, and it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all. But other than that, right? Other than that, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 11 minutes. Okay, y'all gonna get a long stream soon. Maybe the first, maybe. But anyway, other than that, hello all you guys. Wish you guys keep it up. I love y'all. Okay, I'm about to get out of here. It's about that time. It's about that time. You know, you heard me. It's about that time. So I'll see y'all guys in then the next live stream, which is probably tomorrow. Not saying it's gonna be tomorrow, but probably tomorrow. Love all you guys. We got through at least like 4 to 5 videos today, to be honest, which is actually pretty good because usually I only get through it like about 2 and then it's done. But yeah, make sure you use them. Bye. See you later. Make sure you use some primes. Make sure you use some subs. Make sure you use all that other stuff. You already know, bro. You already know. I love you guys. It's about time for me to get out of here, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. I love you guys. Peace out. We're gonna play that banger. Cause you know, we gotta be in space like a space cadet. We got to. I'll see y'all later. Shelly, get your butt in VC.